Welcome to the Safe Place for Toxic Masculinity podcast. It's your boy Trap, my nigga King, aka MCZ, and this nigga Push to God. What's up, niggas?
What's up, man? How you?
Chilling, bro. Long fucking day. As per usual. Poppin' Pushy.
Push not fucking with you today, man.
When is this nigga ever?
He usually is. Yeah, usually on light skin time.
You just sitting in the corner laughing now because you started this shit.
I didn't start anything. I asked you a question.
What's good, Pushy? Oh, man.
Push is a safe place, man.
It's 9:15.
Listen, man. I was trying to seal a deal.
I don't care. I gotta be in Long Island at 8:30 in the morning.
I gotta fucking drive for 8 hours tomorrow.
That's a choice.
It's not a choice.
It is.
Stupid ass customers. That has nothing to do with a
It's
choice.
a choice. As the broker, it is your job to give instruction.
I gave clear instructions.
You didn't.
I did so.
You said you can use a debit card, call your bank. Oh no, you could bring cash. That's mad options.
No, I said make sure that your bank clears you to swipe that much money before you come down.
Yeah, but if cash was an option, go into your bank, withdraw the cash. Go
It's
into your
Sunday.
bank, get a check.
It's Sunday.
Nigga, the banks are open until 1 p.m.
On Sunday?
Yes.
A credit union?
Yes.
They have tellers in the bank at till 1 p.m. on Sunday? Well, that
Some
was part
do.
of
Not everybody, though.
Most
I
banks.
don't think no credit union is open on Sunday.
Most banks.
Well, either way, she didn't prepare to come down until after 1 p.m. So,
But again, she knew she wanted this fucking car.
listen, man. I spent 16 hours and 2 days in a fucking dealership. Now you get this shit rolling. Whew. Mind you, old boy pops in a clubhouse room complaining about this shit. Like, this is...
Complaining about what?
So, the first couple of cars that we landed on got sold after we confirmed availability before they got an approval. That's one of the downfalls, I guess, of being a broker, right? Like, if I confirm availability on a car and then I go to work the deal and they don't corroborate with me fast enough, they'll sell the fucking car in the dealership.
Right.
So now I got an approval and no car. So it happened 3 times. And so this nigga pops in the clubhouse like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why do I still not have a car? I'm like, nigga, I don't know.
That sounds unorganized.
It's not about unorganized. The dealer will sell the car after I hit you. You the dealer. I say I need this Kia K5. You tell me it's available. I send you the deal. You now, as the finance guy, have to work the deal and get the approval. Before you hit me with an approval, I check in and you tell me the car's sold, so I need to pick a different car.
Was it used?
Again, that's unorganized.
But whose fault is it in that matter? It don't matter because the
didn't
customer is ready to
exactly.
fucking leave.
I didn't put fault on
Was it
anybody. I
used?
just said it's unorganized.
Used car?
Yeah, but it happens both ways though. So that's why my new shit now. As soon as I confirm availability, I'm going to the dealership. I'm not fucking with niggas because all this waiting back and forth shit is just fucking beyond me. So yeah, long days. Anyhow, We getting a stimmy.
Possibly.
Possibly it didn't pass the Senate yet.
It goes to vote. According to this article here, it says that the House voted yesterday to approve it. Now it goes to the Senate where they believe it's going to be a 50-50 split. And either they have to approve the original bill that the House passed, or the Senate has to go to the drawing board, draft up something that both sides can agree on, and then get it passed.
Y'all think they're going to drag this shit out?
I do.
That's what they did with the last one, right?
I mean, Biden said, as soon as I get in, everyone's going to get this $2,000. Tomorrow's March 1st.
Sleepy Joe?
I mean, depending on what else is attached to that bill, I mean, it may or may not. But I mean, like the last one, it was on like foreign aid and all this shit attached to it. So I don't think they really had a choice. But if this shit is just stimulus, yeah, they could drag it out for as long as they want.
I mean,
I'm sure it has parts of all of that, because even with unemployment, that's set to expire on the 14th. And that's when they're trying to have this executed so that those benefits don't go away. Because I think on Thursday or Friday, the Department of Labor sent out correspondence talking about once you've hit the 52 weeks, you don't even have to reapply for the unemployment again. You just keep certifying, and they'll keep paying out as long as these bills are in effect. So, I mean, it's interesting to see.
he said now the bill moves to the United States Senate, where I hope it will receive quick action.
Yeah.
We have no time to waste. Nigga, you 2 months late. If we act now decisively, quickly, and boldly, we can finally get ahead of the virus. We can finally get our economy moving again. It says, with the bill bound for a Senate split 50-50, lawmakers will begin next week offering amendments to the House's plan and will likely pass a different version of the bill they received.
Yeah, so again, if it's expected that it goes a 50-50 split in the Senate, like all of the rest of them did.
Y'all ready to get drafted for World War III?
Nah, have my cell ready.
I am my mother's only son.
Still a nigga.
I'm still a nigga. But I think there's constitutional protection for me there.
Still a nigga.
I guess. Oh, you saying that could easily not apply to me, and they could be like, nigga, take your ass and go to war? They going violate my constitutional
Nigga,
rights.
they've been violating the Constitution.
This is true. You're not gonna have
Sound
me
like some white nigga that live in Alabama. You gonna violate my constitutional rights?
Nigga, hand me what's the standard GI issue rifle?
Right.
Go ahead and hand me one.
What you gonna do?
Go ahead and hand me one.
You gonna go earn yourself a life sentence?
Listen, it is what it is. The fuck, niggas ain't. I'm not. Who am I gonna be going against? By the way,
Your boy Biden just bombed Syria, which he bombed Iranian troops in Syria.
I did not know that.
So 38 days in, he finna get it popping.
These niggas literally just pull up, dropping bombs. Like, why is that every president's first thing to do?
Supposedly, Iran blew up some shit that killed a U.S. contractor and a military, injured military operative or some shit.
So you think Iran is about to get it popping? And Syria?
They bombed their troops in Syria. Syria's army is backed by Iran or some shit like that, from what I understand.
You think that this is going to come here?
I don't know where it's going, but it could be the start of some shit.
Well, I ain't going.
Me neither.
Okay.
I see you on the yard, my nigga.
Word. I
think they're going to have to lock a whole lot of motherfuckers up because niggas is not with the shits, with all this bullshit that they got going on. In the middle of coronavirus that y'all niggas fucking put out here?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do all of this?
Of course.
Suck my dick, you heard, respectfully.
Front lines.
Huh?
They're not going to be the ones that's out there. They're not going to be on the front lines.
I mean, I'm not really worried
kids ain't
about it. I'm
gonna be
300
out there.
pounds. I can't go to nobody's war anyway.
That's what basic is for.
What the fuck that mean? You feel like they'll dismiss you?
Yeah, good luck trying to get me to do something physical, nigga.
So that fucking puts me in that category too. This skinny nigga.
But you fit, though.
I'm not.
You physically fit.
No.
You are. Be in the gym every day.
Your
getting
IG
papping.
say otherwise.
You know what I mean? You out here getting
You heard me say otherwise?
swole
I
on
said
a
your
nigga.
IG says otherwise.
You out here getting
Nigga, them is
swole.
recent posts. Those are before pictures in there. We still in the before phase, nigga. What the fuck you think?
I seen you doing them bench press, push up, sit ups, nigga. Ain't you?
I got a felony. I don't think that they gonna put a firearm in my possession.
This is true. They might overrule it.
Either way,
These niggas been stirring up pots all over the place
That's cool.
for mad long.
I just need that to apply after all this shit said and done.
I have reason to believe, in theory, based off of absolutely fucking nothing, the whole world might be plotting on us, nigga. The fuck you mean?
Us who?
America. I mean, we know the whole world's plotting on black people. Come on now.
You so American.
The whole world might be plotting on us.
Nigga use us.
I'm
when
not
talking about America.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just saying, the
So
landmass
American.
and the citizens and society and all of that stuff. But word, we'll see what happens. Don't hand me no government issue.
And niggas got a new corona vaccine.
That mil spec. Who, Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, talking
One
about
dose?
you only need one dose.
Yo, my mother really called me to tell me about that shit. Like I was getting any of them shits.
Did
My
your
mom
mother get
told
it?
me today she going tomorrow.
She's going to get it?
to get her first dose.
Is your mother going?
You gotta stop her.
She grown.
Trav, is your mother going?
No.
No, is that like a hope thing or
No, she's not.
Says who?
She's just gonna sit there and be scared in the house until the TV says it's all right. I said they're never gonna say it's all right, so you're just gonna be scared in the house.
Right.
She's like, well, I'm not taking no vaccine, but you need to wear your mask.
I
you
told
in
my
her
mom
house?
today, like, yo, don't do that. Why are you gonna get that? She goes, because I want it.
You don't really want that. You just are listening to
I'm like, it doesn't stop you from getting the Rona. So
what the fuck is the
yeah,
point?
but you won't get it as bad.
What?
What are the chances of you getting it? You be
Nigga,
at
your
your
pop's
house
got
and be
every
at my
herb
house.
known to man right there in his crib, and I'm sure she has a similar medicine cabinet.
She says she's going tomorrow to get dose number 1.
My mother ain't allowed outside. So.
Moms, please don't do that.
My mother's been on punishment for the last
Oh, it's
year.
tomorrow. She's not even gonna see before she does it.
Mm-hmm. I already told her. I told her we're gonna talk about you tonight. We're gonna talk about you.
Just have a hold off, moms. Please don't do it. I know I'll stop being toxic if you don't do it. I promise. I promise. Just don't do it. She gotta relax.
I told her, bro.
Did she talk? This is crazy.
And like I said, this is the first that I'm hearing of it today. It's like, oh, don't come over here.
Oh, what you mean? Oh,
What you mean what I
because
mean? Don't
she
come
gonna
over
get
here.
it after,
Yeah,
right?
don't come over here. Stay right where you at.
You gonna make her self quarantine before she can come in the crib?
Why wouldn't I?
How long she got self quarantine?
Until I feel you ain't got that shit. Like, you've been okay thus far, right?
Perfectly fine.
In 27 days, it'll be a fucking year since
Corona
New
been
York
out.
been shut down,
Yeah.
right? And you've been okay for 12 months. You've been outside. You done travel interstate. You done travel out the state.
Stop snitching on your mom, bro.
Nah, fuck that.
That's what I be.
And you ain't have a lick of nothing. Not so
Not
much
even
as
a
a cold. And now you want to go and get that. For what? You ain't a first responder. You're not part of the age group that they're trying to give this shit to.
Yeah.
Like, you want it just because you want it. She
What
goes,
age
well,
group are they trying to give it
well,
to?
I get the
65
flu
plus.
shot.
Ain't she there?
But I think they're starting to open that up a little
turned-
bit.
She
no,
just
onset.
turned 65. But why? Well, I take the flu shot. Why do you take that?
But I think they even opened it up because where I was working at on Friday, there's a vaccine spot, and the line was around the corner, around two corners actually, and there was people all ages there.
Nope.
I think we just gotta accept the fact that that generation is completely bought into this shit. Like they are bought into anything that comes out of the idiot box.
Bruh.
Like I tell my mother, my mother is like, oh, I can't say she ain't had a cold or nothing because she always talk, I don't feel good, whatever. But she ain't had that, that's for sure. And she goes out and she does whatever and stuff like that. But she ain't talk. She's still scared to death of this shit, but she's not talking. She's like, I ain't getting no vaccine.
I get
think,
that.
I think I
Like,
got through to her with that, maybe.
I get the fear, right? Because
She's 10 years younger than your mother.
I hear what you're saying, but I can understand where the fear comes from when every doctor everywhere gives you something different when it comes to this virus, right? So there's no consistency across the board. So I can understand how that can be scary. But if we're talking about as a whole, from your personal experience with this, not to say that it'll never happen, right? But you eat pretty well, your immune system pretty strong. You're not outside in crazy crowds being exposed to certain things. So why get this when what I think 3% of the population is what, a 3% mortality
Death
rate or
rate?
some shit like that?
Yeah.
It's like, come on. And there have been people in this age range that had it and overcame it.
My boy's parents have it right now.
The Rona.
And he got it.
And
And his mother, he said his mother had to get rushed to the hospital. I don't know what for. I was just like, just don't let him put her on a ventilator or nothing like that. She should be cool. Get your ginger, elderberry, turmeric. Go heavy on that.
right, you're supposed to sneak that into her 'cause you can't visit them.
Right,
Going to
right,
hospital for Rona.
yeah.
So
His father was supposed to do it. I don't know if he did it, but
You gonna cheek it?
I don't know. You don't gotta. You
you
know,
won't
it's
even
not
let
about
you
cheating
see
it.
them.
Huh?
They won't even let you see them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It don't matter if you
You
cheat
have to
because they're
sneak
not.
into the whole hospital to be and onto the floor of the like whatever.
And then like the way that they going and tracking niggas afterwards is just that is social engineering at its finest.
But the trace shit.
Yeah, because not social engineering, preemptive, social engineering, like training, like for what I think, and this might call me whatever fucking impolitically correct term it is, but for what they're trying to make the world into. Like if you go off of like the China model and what's going on there, it's essentially the same shit. Like the level of surveillance and the level of invasiveness and the lack of privacy. They're using the fucking virus to do that to people. Like they watch as soon as you're confirmed positive, they're watching your credit card where it's swiped at. They're fucking watching the tolls that you go through.
But when you get it, they tell you it's okay to go outside.
Do they?
I know 2 people that had it. They got home visits from whoever the fuck, and they were like, "Yeah, only go outside for needs like supermarket shit like that. Only go outside if you need to. Don't just be outside hanging out."
But
they tell you it's okay to go outside. Technically,
the only people that I heard it was okay to go outside was for medical treatment. So like if you had it, the only reason you were supposed to go outside was if you were going for care.
the 2 people I know, they said that they told them you can go outside to go food shopping, get milk for the baby, blah blah blah, blah that type of shit. So
I don't know, son.
Shit, wild suspect, and the way that they're doing the follow-ups and everything is fucking, it's just weird. Even when you go to like restaurants and stuff, they make you fill out questionnaires, and they
my sister does trace.
my fucking phone keeps, like, she's the one following up on people. My phone keeps telling me to opt into it,
Yeah.
like religiously.
The past 3 or 4 days, I get an alert saying COVID exposure notifications to enable it so that you can see if you've been in contact with someone who had it.
I'm good.
I don't
Like-
need that kind of stress in my life.
I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because niggas been outside.
But it's like, I don't think that this shit is
Spreading the
spread
way that
as
they're
easily-
saying.
Yeah, as easily as they're saying. Because if that's the case, everybody had this shit.
But I don't think that it's actually spreading person to person at all. I'm under the impression that it is being placed and ingested in some way. Like, I don't think that it spreads from person to person in the same way. Maybe the like the flu, the first 2-3 days you're like extremely contagious, and then it kind of dies down. They acting like this shit is contagious after you done fucking healed. Like you could, you know what I'm saying? It's gas.
It's so it is possible for you to get it more than once.
Yeah.
Because I know someone who's had the shit twice. Fucked up luck, but
There's just so much, like I've said before, even on previous episodes, there's just so many checks and balances, and they've covered all the bases so much. Is like this can't be all of that. It can't be the cats and the dogs and the fucking the mosquitoes and like they just covered every possible check and balance to the situation, which should automatically raise flags in a logical mind or critical. You don't even have to be a critical thinker to understand that that's a major red flag that you should probably kind of, I don't know, I'm not saying go on a fucking knowledge seeking mission with regard to it, but you couldn't possibly be walking around with that level of fear around this shit a year later, outside of propaganda?
Unless it aligns with your reality.
Your reality is controlled depending on the shit that you partake in here. I don't think that people really understand that, like, fully.
If the media is saying it's
That's all you gotta
dangerous,
say.
it's dangerous, you're gonna die, blah blah blah, and you've had people die, you've had it. If your reality is what they're saying, then you'll be skeptical a year later. Now, if you don't even know anybody who's had it technically, or died from it, or been seriously ill, your reality won't add up to the propaganda. So you're kind of like, it's slow bullshit.
I know people that have had it. I know people that have died from it. People in my immediate network have it or had it.
But your name is QAnon Trav, so
It's not even about that. I still don't give a fuck because I know how often these niggas be lying.
right. But you're QAnon Trav. I'm talking about a normal person.
My reality is that I've been outside. The pool opened up in exports the other day.
Did it?
Why you snitching on exports? Now your whole gym about to get shut down. Good luck trying to work out, bro.
It's legal apparently. I'm the only nigga that been in the pool since it opened up.
Why you in the pool?
Laps, nigga, cardio. I hate. So what I've been trying to do is a week. Like, I change my cardio routine every week. So
Just hit the kettlebell swings, bro. You be all right.
yeah, but you're not gonna swing a kettlebell until your heart rate is.
Yeah, that's like what you do.
Word. Grab a 25-pound kettlebell and do kettlebell swings, and I promise
You'll get the
you,
same.
Your heart rate will.
Your
promise
heart
you.
will get the same workout as if you're doing a full sprint.
So
Doing
just
kettlebell swings
up under the legs, up and down, up and down,
Yeah.
up
while
and down.
squatting. Yes, you will get a full cardio workout, heart wise.
I promise you.
Well, that might
You will
be
get a
next
full
week's. What I have been doing, I just wanted to go in the pool and do laps that day. Really, I didn't do it this week. What I've been doing this week is the heavy rope superset with the power clean. This shit, like, I just used a 45-pound bar and squat down, and then come up, throw it up here, push it up, and squat back down. 10 times. So I superset that with a heavy rope, 30 seconds, and then I go to do the 10 power cleans.
Substitute that for kettlebell swings. I promise.
Change your
you.
life.
I promise you.
I'm surprised Chris hasn't told you that anyway. He used to be sitting here doing kettlebell swings.
Chris not trying to scare him away from the gym.
Nah, he's the one that put me on to the
Again,
to the power cleans and the rope.
I'm telling you why he's giving you what he's giving you. I'm telling you.
Yo, my shoulders are still.
He don't care about none of that shit. You decide to come here to the gym, and he's going to kill you in the gym because he gets off on that.
You were going with him, or you just went that one day?
He went that one day.
But I had to be at work at 8:30 in the morning. Well,
What does that mean?
I called this nigga. I'm like, why you slacking? He's like, tomorrow's another day, nigga. I gotta be at work at 8:30. Tomorrow comes.
okay, nigga, the manager was not in the store all week. What the fuck? I'm supposed to not open the store?
Wait, so on the days that you gotta be in there at
All
8:30,
week last week, I was in the store at 8:30 in the morning.
don't this nigga get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? 6 o'clock in the morning? Like on some Marcus type shit?
No.
He don't go to work until the afternoon?
He gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning and leaves the house at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Sounds like the same schedule. Oh, you get home later when you open.
Yes, if we get off work at the same time, it takes Chris a half hour to get home. If I get off at 5 o'clock, it takes me an hour and a half to get home.
You're doing an hour and a half back.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
every
rush
day?
hour.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. Stand still.
I feel you.
That's why he'd rather just stay at work for an hour and a half and then leave.
And wait.
Yeah.
Next thing you
At
know,
least I don't
8
have
o'clock.
the stress of sitting in the fucking traffic, frustrated in traffic.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's true. But the nigga just went to one day. He said tomorrow's another day. Then we skipped the whole week. We're gonna see about this week.
Gotta be able to work at 8:30,
Normally you going to work at 1, 12?
11.
All right, so 2.5 hours difference.
Significant difference.
No traffic at 11 o'clock either. When you leave the house at 7, traffic.
So you leave the house at 7 to get there for 8:30? It's an hour and a half both ways?
If I have to be there at 8:30, I hit the rush hour traffic, get into the northern state, and trying to cross the Whitestone or the Throgs Neck in the morning when they have one lane closed.
Yeah, I don't have to be in Long Island. I don't. The only day my earliest day is Wednesday. I gotta be there at 10:30.
Bro, every day
I get
these
more
niggas got
traffic.
a lane closed, but
Like,
they
I
have
get-
a lane closed. Like,
Oh, like in the LIE. I don't even take the
oh,
LIE.
nigga, crossing the Whitestone.
Oh, like where the Whitestone goes to the Cross Island, and then I get on the Southern State.
I take the northern state.
So I think there's like it's like less. It's like an exit long that lane closed for me. I think.
But for me, it's not closed on the LIE. It's closed.
So you're sitting
On
in
the
the Bronx
bridge.
still.
Yes. On the bridge. They have a lane closed on the bridge. They're doing construction
Yeah, that shit hasn't.
on the bridge.
Yeah, that shit hasn't. But I think it's the time too.
Yeah, like I said.
Other than that, I go
when I
way
have
later.
to be there at 11 o'clock, the traffic on the bridge is not an issue. But at 7 o'clock in the morning, when everyone is trying to be to work for 9 o'clock, you just have more cars on the road. And more cars, more trucks. And now everyone's trying to get out of the construction lane and cut in front of somebody else because their time is more important than everybody else's.
Yeah.
You just in the traffic. So like me having to be at work to open the store and having to work to close the store, nigga, that's 3 hours just driving.
I hear you.
My schedule this week, I'm working 10-hour days for no reason. Like at all, no reason. Friday, we supposed to get off at 2 o'clock. I'm scheduled 8:30 to 6.
Better mind your words.
I thought you.
Why?
I thought you. And
Nigga, this is the first time that I'm looking at the schedule. I don't fuck with this 9 o'clock shit. 8:30 in the morning.
you was talking wild hot shits a couple episodes ago. Like nigga, don't bother me about no fucking.
We have inventory on Thursday and Friday this week. And this is the store's first inventory. So niggas is trying to prepare the shit how it's supposed to be prepared. For me, I don't care. Send them here to count shit. They got to count it anyway.
Yo, who's the real KD?
What that mean?
You ain't see the tweet that Cash Doll posted?
Oh wow.
Said all these niggas want to fuck KD.
Which is a JT line,
Mm-hmm.
but she chose the KD.
And KD responded, "You gotta relax."
JT
name
is
is-
in.
JT from City
Justin.
Girls.
Oh.
City
Oh.
Girl JT. Yeah,
But KD
that's a song.
responded like,
All these niggas want to fuck JT. Something is in SRT, some shit like that.
word. He was like, "You gotta relax. Your name is Cash Doll. Like you can get your point across without
Using
using
them
this."
initials.
These
KD
initials.
said that.
Yeah.
That's a fact though. Like all these niggas.
Like you
want-
gotta relax.
Yeah, because when I read this shit, I was like, what?
She tweeted that.
Yeah. Like your name is Cash Doll.
These bitches just be out partying, doing whatever. She was probably just,
Stealing niggas' initials.
I mean, it's technically her initials.
But when you think KD,
Right. I ain't think about her. I don't even know one song by Cash Doll.
all right, that was excessive.
Do I?
I don't know.
What? Name one of her singles.
I don't know.
Do you?
No,
So then why is it excessive?
because it was rude.
I just don't. I know I think she's pretty.
So he's gonna over sexualize her when she's an artist.
Listen, don't start with these politically correct terms. I get enough of that all fucking Clubhouse.
Speaking of KD, we got the
Knicks in 4th place, nigga. Hit that button. Find it. Hurry up. Yeah, you guessed. That was a good guess.
I didn't guess. I didn't know.
Knicks are 500 in 4th place.
where Derrick Rose looking like a true veteran out there.
He is. I didn't expect him to be playing this well. He's playing good.
I mean,
I called it.
he got his second win
Shut up,
when he was in Minnesota.
He did. He had like a 50-point game.
Word.
I called
I
it.
think that game
What'd you
was in
call,
Chicago too.
I said that KD was gonna come here and go off. You said, Nick might be he
KD's
might
in
be
Brooklyn.
good. He might be
KD's in
good
Brooklyn.
for a nice, mature, veteran player.
KD's in Brooklyn.
D-Rose.
D Rose, sorry. Nice, mature, veteran player. Might get 8 to 12 points off of him.
That's what I thought. I mean, that's what. But he's playing at a high level. He's playing well.
I seen that at
And he's
the
also
buzzer
playing
joint.
with.
I seen that at the buzzer joint from behind half court, Steph Curry style.
It wasn't behind.
It was behind.
No, it was from 3, nigga. but
Oh
he
no!
pulled
It
up
wasn't
quick.
from 3. It was right after the fucking whatever the space between half court and the top of the 3 is.
give you-
It was like
I'll-
a step.
40 feet.
I'll give you like a logo pull up, maybe. But he was definitely across half court.
That should look nice.
I mean, it was a nice buzzer beater to get the fans into it and shit.
All I'm saying is I
I
called
mean,
it.
he's definitely been a solid veteran role player for the Knicks.
What's he averaging?
Not even sure. Let's look it up.
Cause you know. You gotta understand, he got a chip on his shoulder because
I don't think it's a chip. I think
last time he was here,
last time he was here, he ain't have nobody to play with.
True. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, we're solid.
Listen, they don't have
We got a
superstars.
We do technically. Well, we got an all-star
Yeah.
and Julius Randle L. That nigga's been playing like.
I mean, he's been balling, right?
He's been
but
balling.
when you look at superstars, right? Like
no, he's not a
LeBron,
superstar. He's an all-star. He's not a superstar.
right? He's a solid player.
He's an
He
all-star.
brings them solid points, right? Minimally, we give him an all-star.
Right. He's like
right?
he's a 20 and 10 guy, bro. Even last year he averaged damn near 20 and 10, 20 and 12 or something.
Yeah,
like
I mean, he been probably
he's consistent.
the
He's a good player.
MVP of the Knicks since he's been on the Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Right? You got 13 and a half points per game, averaging just over 2 rebounds a game and 4.5 assists.
How many minutes is he playing? 20 something.
Let's 32, 11. I don't see that up here.
yo, no matter. So my homegirl Long Island,
He averaging 23.8 minutes per game.
no matter how she tries,
Most minutes a game minutes a game since 2016 when he last played with the Knicks. No, I'm lying. No, I'm lying. Anyway, what'd you say?
my homegirl on Long Island, no matter how she tries, she always calls me while we're doing the podcast. Always.
Put on. Call
She
her back.
just
Put her
text
on.
me.
Ask what she
She
wants.
just texts me that I'm rude.
Call her back.
I'm not.
Why not?
Get on the phone.
They ain't nothing to talk about. I have to
Of
call
course
after.
there is.
There's obviously
Nah.
something to talk about. She called you.
Right.
She just wants to chat.
But you always
You
want to
wanna
chat
chat
while
too?
you on the pod, so you need to start putting her on the spot.
She's gonna hang up immediately. That's the type of person she is. I'll be
Okay.
like, "Oh, you're on the pod."
Okay.
She's gonna just click off.
So maybe not.
She'll be in a clubhouse room.
Maybe she got something to add.
She'll be in a clubhouse room on mute. I'll purposefully be talking to her, and she'll just stay on mute, act like nothing happened. She's like a weird like that.
What's her name?
I think you should call her back. But whatever.
What's her name?
Next Sunday, I guess.
Andrea.
Where the Bluetooth button at? Because your shit connected.
It is. Hoo-wee. Y'all niggas always trying to lie to somebody, ain't you?
No.
Nah, that shit people. She obviously wanted to talk to you.
Where is it? I'm not connected. What's the name of the thing?
Trying to get
T-Pro?
you to take this pod to the next level, Tricky Trav.
Now this. Y'all really dragging this fucking Tricky Trav bullshit.
It's your name, man. It's your moniker.
It's
Right.
not.
Embrace it, my nigga.
Never.
You can't be buying girls $150 steaks and not be Tricky Trav.
You feel me?
We're not about to go down this rabbit hole. What is
It's no rabbit hole.
what is the name of this shit?
Should be Roadcaster Pro. You've
Yeah,
paired
yeah,
to
right.
it before, nigga.
Forgot?
But we got
The Knicks playing right now, actually. They're playing Pistons. Lakers playing Golden State.
what is that? All-Star Weekend on Saturday.
I'm out to ATL, baby.
So that means
on Sunday, All-Star Weekend.
we won't be shooting for 2 weeks because I ain't going to be around no Rona-infested light-skinned nigga.
Now this.
Hey, man, you got the quarantine when you come back, man.
That is not the
And if
rules
I
for
see you
domestic.
outside, I'm snitching on you, nigga.
That is not the rules for
Of course,
domestic
yes, it is.
travel.
Yes, it is.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
It's
Do you
not.
wanna
It's
pull
not
up?
14 days. You have to take.
3 days.
You have to take a test.
You don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not
That's if you go out the
flying
country.
domestically.
No, you need to have a negative test.
Not flying domestically.
Yes.
If you fly,
Nigga, I'm planning to go to
one-
DR.
If you
Nigga,
fly,
that don't stop you.
I'm planning to go to
one
DR
Nigga,
on it.
you're one of
the
the I don't give a
listed
fuck niggas.
states,
I
you
looked
have
it up
to
today.
quarantine when returning to New York
For 3 days?
for 15 days. Is quarantine,
Nigga, I'm coming back and going to
and
work.
I'm snitching.
What you talking about?
I'm calling the CDC on your ass. You hear me? You see me?
I'm going to All-Star Weekend to pretend I play for the
No one's gonna buy that bullshit.
For the what? Exactly.
Nigga, football season is done.
I play for the Grizzlies. I'm like
No, you are the Grizzlies. What?
I'm a fourth
Play
string.
for the T Grizzlies?
I'm a fourth string quarter guard, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck a quarter guard is.
Exactly.
Bitches don't know the difference though.
Exactly. I'm trying to get the S560 rental. Know what I mean?
You renting it from yourself?
Hmm?
You renting it from yourself?
No. Oh fuck. Nah, that would make no sense. Then I gotta drive down there. I want to fly
No.
because I could get the foreign rental popping. I can't connect to this shit. I'll call her later.
Next week's another week.
But yeah, that shit about to be lit. I gotta go to Cam Newton's new spot.
What's that?
Apparently that's where all
Oh, the
the
restaurant?
yeah. Apparently that's where all the bougie Negroes chill. That got the resourcefulness and shit.
Is that one of the no twerking clubs?
I don't know. They have those.
Remember that dude last year? It was tweaking on them chicks that started
Oh
twerking. in the,
yeah.
I made this place for respectable.
This is a black-owned business. Yeah. Cam Newton's spot is called Fellowship. My man's Carl told me about it. He says where the ones go.
The ones?
The ones.
What ones is that?
The
That's
ones in
talk?
Atlanta.
What the ones do?
Them niggas. I don't know.
So the ones are the niggas?
Them niggas.
So y'all pulling up to go see some niggas?
I want to make
In Atlanta?
connections. I have seeds to sow there.
So you're going to land and see some niggas.
No, I'm talking about. Y'all niggas always got to drag.
You going to Atlanta to catch you a Georgia Peach nigga, huh?
That's Super Mo. Super Mo.
I'm just trying to interpret
No,
what you're saying.
I'm gonna go to fellowship. I'm probably bring. I invited somebody over there. You gonna go chill.
What's her name?
Or his name.
I don't want to say her name.
Because you clearly coming out the closet.
Fucking idiot. She's my friend from Clubhouse.
Is Clubhouse like the Sneaky Link app?
Is it?
Is it?
How many Sneaky Links have you had?
Nigga, I be sleeping Clubhouse.
How many sneaky links? Why are you always trying to get me to tell on myself? I haven't had no sneaky links.
Okay.
Who y'all think gonna win the All-Star game, East or West?
Have they picked teams yet?
Yeah. The starters for the East, KD is the captain.
They're not doing that picking shit?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, okay.
No.
It's just East and
everyone
West.
was voted. Yeah.
Oh, 'cause I remember last year. Oh no, the last couple years, like it was
Yeah, the captains
Team
got the
Giannis,
pick.
Team LeBron, and then they picked.
Yeah.
I'm
KD
going East.
KD is the captain
Mm-hmm.
for the East. LeBron is the captain for the West. But the Eastern players are all from the East.
Oh, okay. So they're not doing that picking stuff. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so the starters for the East, KD, Giannis,
But I
Bradley
heard KD's
Beal.
gonna be hurt. They said he's not gonna play because he's hurt, but he's still gonna.
Nah, it doesn't
be a
say
captain.
it doesn't say that he's not playing.
No, but that's what's happening. He's not gonna play because he's hurt, but he's still gonna obtain his captain status and help coaching or some shit like that.
Because AD was replaced by Devin Booker, but we'll get to that in a second though. But for Eastern starters, KD, Giannis, Bradley Beal, Embiid, and Kyrie. The East bench, Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Vucevic. West starters, LeBron, Steph, Luka, Joker, and Kawhi. The West bench, AD, who's replaced by Devin Booker, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, and Zion.
I'm going East, but that is that's a shot in the dark.
Is Devin Booker the most disrespected superstar in the NBA?
I don't know that he's a superstar.
Why not?
What is he
In terms of
accomplished?
skill or in terms of?
I mean, just accomplishments as a whole. I mean, a star, solid star, I give him that. But like, if he's a superstar, you think that he's on the same level as a LeBron, as a James Harden, as a Kyrie, as a Dame Lillard? You think he's on the same tier?
Yes,
Why?
because he's the only active player that has a 80-point game.
That makes you a superstar? He might have had a good night. It's not
Wait,
like he's
niggas-
averaging
niggas
85.
have-
80-point game makes you a superstar, period?
At the highest level in the world, yeah, hell yeah. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't score 80 consistently, but he's one of the better scorers in the league.
I wouldn't give him superstar yet, though. A solid star, for sure.
Well, why do you claim that he's disrespected?
They snubbed him.
He
If
didn't
AD
get
wasn't
voted.
hurt,
Right.
he wouldn't
He
be
didn't get voted
in the All-Star game.
He was, yeah. So, and LeBron said that he's the most disrespected. Well, he said that.
Him and Lillard.
Yeah,
he said that Lillard should have been
Booker-
starting.
Yeah, he said Booker is the most disrespected superstar in the league, followed by Dame Lillard.
So it was a close tie. It was a close race between Luka and Dame. But the fans voted in Luka over Dame. So the fans get to vote for the starters, and the coaches and players vote for the bench. But
Luka versus Lillard.
Lillard,
Really?
Nah.
for sure.
Nah.
Nah, I can't do it. As mad as I want to, I can't.
If the game is on the line,
We got to be on code, you know what I'm saying? But
Luka's
No.
a walking triple double, nigga.
yeah.
if the game is on the line,
That's just one
That's-
aspect of the game.
Yeah, circumstantial.
but y'all saying that Lillard don't put numbers up?
He does,
He puts numbers up,
but
but
he's not a walking triple double.
yeah.
So y'all are saying that Luka is a better player overall than
Yes.
Lillard?
Hell yes.
I don't think so.
Luka is 6'5".
Bro, his shooting percentage is trash.
He can't jump more than 32 inches off the ground, and he be killing niggas.
It's important to know he's European.
What does that mean?
That's how them niggas play. Name a European player
That
that
plays above
couldn't
the
play
rim.
like that.
Right. But he's a walking triple double. So I Dame is I can't say Dame.
Yeah, but look how many shots he got to take to get the triple double though.
Are
like-
you picking Lillard over Luka on 2K?
I haven't played 2K21. I have no intention of playing 2K21.
Period. You know how 2K goes.
Yes.
I probably would too in 2K just because I could shoot so many threes with Dame.
And make them
Yeah.
consistently.
But in real life, if I got a draft pick and it's Dame and I'm picking Luka all day. Me personally.
Are you picking the East lineup or the West lineup in 2K?
The West.
It's Dame time. They both in the West, so what does it matter?
I know. I'm just asking a question.
LeBron and Steph together doesn't even.
Like the West overall the West has
What'd you say?
Kyrie, KD.
yeah,
It's
but the
not
West
LeBron
has
and-
better
not LeBron and
teams.
Steph.
They have more powerful teams. Like if you look at the power rankings, most of the
I didn't hear
teams
Embiid is starting on the East.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you say Embiid.
And we got Embiid.
Okay.
Jokic will take that nigga to the hole, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Jokic is on the West?
Of course.
Oh.
He plays for the Nuggets.
But not just by himself, but Jokic along with.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the East, but it's a shot in the dark because that team is crazy.
I mean, it's also the All-Star game, right?
Yeah, they don't really beat goal.
Nigga, last year they scored $150, nigga, but
No, I get
them
that.
last 8 to 10 minutes, nigga, they turned up, nigga. They were playing
Yes.
Sirs.
Because of how the rules were played.
And it's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna be the same this year because
Now, I will say it might be different because of the players that are on the team, right? Like, you already know KD gonna get his, right? Giannis, I'm a little shaky about because of how he's been playing. If they've sort of exposed him where all we got to do is clog the paint,
Right.
and you're not going to score
right, keep him out the paint.
because Giannis can't shoot.
His hand's too big, man.
Yeah, but
So niggas found the answer for Giannis last year, and they just been dragging.
Yeah, ever since that playoff series against Toronto 2 years ago, niggas already
that
figured
was
that
that
out.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, when
Toronto
Kawhi
won
won.
the shit. Yep.
Mhm. I just watched a clip.
They,
Fred
that
Van
nigga, I don't
Vliet
even think he scored
stripped the
20
nigga.
points, bro. They killed that nigga, man. Defensively, he
Bro.
didn't have no answer for that shit.
In the paint, Van Vliet stripped Giannis on the Euro step. Van Vliet is probably like 6'1", 6'2". Like he's not
Right.
tall by any means. He's a guard.
Yeah.
And
Giannis
on
is-
Giannis Euro step, all ball and just snatch the ball out of his hands. It's like, bro, come on. Your hands are big enough where you can wrap the ball and like have the ball like this. How you let this little nigga take the ball from you?
Yeah, Giannis is a freak of nature, but he's not really a good basketball player.
Yeah, and they're exposing that now.
Yeah.
But that's what makes me nervous about the East, because if he could shoot, he'd be more of a threat. right? Because okay, now you're gonna play me outside of the paint. If I can get past you, I can score. I think it's pretty evenly matched. Maybe a slight favor for the West. Slight favor for the West. Because Bradley Beal been balling. Like balling. Everyone thought that Russ being in DC that they would struggle.
No, they were though. There was games Bradley Beal was going dropping 50 and losing. Earlier, they've got it together a little bit.
They've hashed it out. So you guys will put Luka in as a starter over Dame?
Yep,
in the All-Star game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you think Chris Paul should be in the All-Star game? Or do you think that he's there because he's the president of the Players Association?
That may be part of it, but I think nigga, he's still playing well.
Who would you put?
So, if Anthony Davis wasn't injured, Devin Booker would not be playing. Is Chris Paul playing better than Devin Booker?
I don't know. What's the stats? Let me see. What they got there? I'm sure Devin Booker's averaging somewhere around like 25, 26. Chris Paul probably averaging around 8 rebounds, 10, 15 points.
Devin Booker is averaging 25 a game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but again, if AD didn't have this Achilles shit, Devin Booker would not be playing in the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's true.
Chris Paul is averaging 16.6 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 8.8 assists, 1.3 steals.
I mean,
those numbers.
He's Chris Paulin, man. But they have 4 point guards. So I mean, I don't think he should make it over the other 3.
Listen, Devin Booker is at 25 points, 3.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists.
Yeah. He's a scorer.
He has more rebounds than Paul. You expect Chris Paul to have the assists because he's a true point.
Right. But technically, I would pick him above Devin Booker based on those numbers.
But he don't start.
Who?
So what does it matter? Chris Paul don't start for the West. He's on the bench.
Yeah, but he's selected. So, I mean.
By the players. And the coaches.
Because he's playing well.
So is Devin Booker.
He's playing. Yes. Yes.
So do you think that if he wasn't
somebody's
the
gonna
president of the Players Association, that he'd have got in over Devin Booker?
I don't know. I can't call it.
I don't know. And who you think's leading the MVP race since LeBron has been on this losing streak?
I still think he's in it. It's not like he's dropped out of it. He's just gotten closer to
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not in it. But do you still think that he's number one?
Nobody's really convinced me. I mean, Embiid's been playing well, but nobody else is really like convincing that they're. Nobody's out out racing anybody really to me.
It was interesting to see LeBron without AD.
Without AD or Schroeder?
So like now LeBron is sort of back to the same situation he was in Cleveland.
But Schroeder's back now. So he won the last game. I forget who they played. He'll probably win tonight against Golden State. He was playing well. Well, they were playing well in the first quarter.
I mean, Golden State been playing okay the past couple of games.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna beat Lakers today.
So you're still sticking with LeBron taking the MVP for the regular season?
Right. I still think he has a shot
Like
to
if
win
the
it.
season was to end right now, would you take LeBron?
It's close. I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't think he's a clear winner. No. I think Embiid I think if in today, probably Embiid would get it, but
So I'm looking
LeBron
here.
would have a weight. Like he would be in it. Like I don't.
I'm looking here on NBA.com. They have Embiid at number 1 right now.
Yeah, I think he's number 1 right now.
And I think that a lot of it just has to do with the losing streak that LeBron and the Lakers had been on since AD and Schroeder went out.
Yeah, they won a 4-game losing streak. I mean, but technically in that same time span, and well, over more games, Lakers are like 8-7, and Philadelphia is like 7-8. So if you expand the time frame, they pretty much are even, or Lakers are even better. So, it's just.
I mean, they have
semantics.
LeBron at number 2. So
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a clear winner anymore. He was clear winner at one point, like 6 games ago. But
yeah, you hear all the analysts talking about over the 9 games that they expect AD to be out. If he can have a winning record over those 9 games, that it will push him far ahead of the pack. But if he doesn't, it'll bring him back closer and make it an actual race.
Right.
So we'll see what the rest of the season holds.
I know Trav don't want to see him get another one. He's a hater.
I would love to see Joel Embiid get one.
You just a LeBron hater, man. Just say that.
I'm not.
They said that Embiid
good
might be
player.
on pace to miss 16 games this season
Who, Embiid? Why?
because he's already missed games this season.
I never noticed that. Yeah, if you miss too many, you kind of just out of it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss like a quarter of the damn games,
And they're playing like 10 or 12 games less this season. We're going to see, man. Said Bobby Brown Jr. died.
that was a while ago. Or was he in the hospital a while ago?
He might have been in the hospital a while ago, but it says he was found dead on Wednesday.
What?
In the hospital?
Yeah, I think some shit happened. He was in the hospital, but rest in peace, Bob Brown Jr.
R.I.P.
Damn, bro. Bob Brown lost his wife, his daughter, his junior. Jesus Christ.
Shit crazy. Where is this shit going to end?
What?
I just want to be able to go outside, bro. I hate this mask shit. So.
Just go outside.
Yo, what y'all watching on TV, man?
Nothing.
Watch Fred Hampton story?
I still have not. I tried to watch that shit all the time. I'm falling asleep.
What was that? That's the Judas?
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
No. So last night we tried to watch. Well, Lloyd has stayed up and watched it. I was tired as fuck because I did all the heavy lifting and shit yesterday.
What have you
What
looked
have you lifted?
She's back.
Oh, I thought I just asked her if she came
What
to
you-
visit for the weekend.
No, she's
you
back.
had to lift up? Some suitcases.
How's she
and shit?
back?
All of her nigga, the car is full of bags, suitcases.
How's she back? Ain't it the middle of the semester?
No, nigga.
And she's taking it
School's
remote.
closed.
They're not closed. She's just taking her classes remote.
Oh, I thought they closed it down. Remember last week you was like after you
Not
left?
yet.
Uh,
Soon. They started giving people the option.
Why? A couple is spreading on her.
Yes, they when I was there last weekend, the school sent out an email 80 motherfuckers got that shit. And it's like, how? Y'all niggas is taking classes remote. Like, all of y'all are taking classes from y'all dorm. So how the fuck does 80 motherfuckers have this shit?
Because let me not do the obvious.
Because niggas were going to parties, nigga. That's why. Niggas was colleging. Colleges was colleging.
Yeah. And now they paying for it because now motherfuckers is in a frenzy. They're like, oh, nah, that's too many. We out of here.
Right.
And we want a refund. So she's back. But we tried to watch.
So you must be happy.
He just tried to act like he wasn't. I was about to say so.
Right.
I'm ecstatic.
You was going stir crazy, nigga. Don't lie.
Nigga, I'm ecstatic. Word. Nigga, been grinning all fucking weekend. All fucking weekend, nigga. But we tried to watch, she watched it, but I fell asleep during United States versus Billie Holiday.
I haven't watched it yet.
From what I watched, it was good. I had intentions on rewatching it tonight, but you know, due to time constraints, won't be able to do that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Listen,
I don't want to listen.
y'all niggas choose to live
Save
your
it.
lives in conventional 9-to-5 ways, and I can't do that.
Since you went there,
You can't do that because what?
no. Since
Can't
you
do that
went
because
there,
what?
this is the same motherfucker that 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm free. I don't work on Sundays. I don't go to the office on
unless
Sundays.
I want to.
I wasn't at the office.
Where you was at?
At a dealership trying to
What
close
the fuck
a deal.
is the difference?
I didn't know. Listen,
You're a car broker. Every dealership is your fucking office.
I went to this dealership on Friday. I sat there from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Them niggas did the same thing to me that, as a broker, that they did to me while I was buying a car from them. Just passively walking past niggas. 6 hours in the dealership, got
There's
absolutely
no
nothing
way
done.
that I'm sitting here for 6 hours while you walk past.
You are at the whim of the dealership. If I can only
Take your
push.
business elsewhere.
That's true, but it's one of those situations.
It's not.
No, it's one of those
So
situations.
you're telling me that it's okay for you to have your customer wait for 6 fucking hours for a car?
That's why I did it. She
Nigga,
was
that's
there.
worse because my time is money. I'm sitting here for 6 hours. That's 6 hours worth of other leads I could have been
Listen,
working.
the car business is already
No.
like a fucking
No.
mess.
You
and
can't
it's
tell me
dirt.
that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense, but it's the you gotta do what you gotta do to get shit
No,
done.
you fucking change it.
Nah, it's not.
There's
that
no
simple.
way that I'm gonna let a fucking listing agent have me sitting outside this fucking property for 6 hours to show it. Suck my dick.
To be honest, the only reason I went in there, look, it took me 6 hours on Friday and wild hours today, and I got the shit finalized, closed out. She came, she signed. She couldn't take it because of the deposit, right? This legitimately probably might have taken like 6 more days if I had went to the dealership. It's just certain dealers. Look,
That
certain
means y'all need to sever those relationships because there's
you can
no
say that,
reason-
but why you can't sever a relationship with a if you got the inventory and I don't, and let's say
Are
homeboy
they the only people with the inventory?
let's say homeboy up the block got some, homeboy in Long Island got some, this person got some, but you always got some. What are you gonna do? It's like
spend 6 hours
Nigga,
waiting
these
for
niggas-
your one fucking vehicle
You got
that I could have went to another dealership and had this done in an
I
hour.
came in there in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna light a fire under these niggas' asses. We about to be in and out this bitch. I ain't playing with these niggas. I done already experienced this shit buying my car from them. These niggas, I walked in, I talked to the owner. He's sitting there at the desk. He like, oh, I'm about to handle it right now. Yeah. Do you know? Like every hour, I'm like, everything good? Like, yeah, working it out. Oh, they actually got the car right outside. Go look at the car. So at like 6:30, I go, yo, what's up? He's like, go talk to the finance manager. He says her name. Go talk to such and such. I walk
At
to her
6:30 from 1 o'clock.
I walk to
Nigga,
her.
that's too long.
I walk to her office. The lights is off. The door's locked. By the time I walk back to his office, his lights are off and the door's locked. Them niggas left.
So obviously,
So they don't fuck with you.
not even the personal.
They don't
courtesy.
fuck with nobody. I don't know how these niggas sell cars. Their
the
dealer
brokerage?
has a 2-star rating, and they cool with it. They don't give a fuck. You know why? Because they get shit that niggas can't get.
No, you want to know why? Because all y'all dummies sit in there for 6 hours, like it's okay.
To be honest,
And
where
what do you mean they get shit that niggas can't get?
they as a used car dealer,
Mm-hmm.
they get shit, especially for the city, that niggas can't get. I posted a video in a Bentley in there, a used one. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times in the Bronx in a used car inventory you seen a Bentley? Like, I mean, you probably wasn't looking for one, but I'm just saying, like, you probably haven't seen it.
I get what you're saying,
So,
but in the grand scheme of things, do you think that is good for your business?
no, absolutely not.
So why?
Because it just happens that way. Look,
Oh,
the car
you
that
just said they have it. They have some.
they have some. This one has some. So look, as
I mean,
soon as
if your
this
client
didn't
picks-
work out on Friday, I was pissed. Right. So I'm like, you know what?
only to be pissed again on Sunday.
Saturday, I called Shorty. I'm like, yo, let's just go to meet me here tomorrow. You'll have a car tomorrow. She didn't want to come. She's like, she's like, the whole reason why, I'm so glad that I have you doing this for me, because I don't want to go shopping for cars. I want to come in and sign. So the particular dealer that I had lined up
you
for,
wasted the 16 hours or however many hours between the 2 or 3 days voluntarily.
in order to get it done, I
She
was
just want
supposed
to
to.
sign.
I was supposed to go Saturday. I told her, here's the alternative. Let's go here. We're gonna get it done.
Y'all don't use transaction desk?
What's that?
Nigga, you never have to see anybody in person ever to have them sign anything.
Yo, ideally, oh no, that's not gonna work for
Why?
I don't know. It's so serious. I don't know what the legal whatever is, but niggas will overnight mail somebody a contract before niggas ship out a car, because niggas something about the hand sign. Like, you can do electronic signing on like leases and shit, but when it comes to a finance or
You
something
could
like
do that with property.
Most of my clients that I deal with, I've not met in person until it's time to go and see something. I think the only time that they meet in person, because the attorneys need to be there and you're exchanging actual money, is the closing.
that's a whole different thing that you got to worry about too. When you're dealing with these, especially used inventory, right? This particular car, the reason why it's far and few in between, it's a 2015.
I get what you're saying.
This shit's 6 years old. So
But
you're not going to find that in a used car dealership. You're going to find that at an auction 9 times out of 10.
but as a notary,
These niggas had like 6 of them.
I can notarize.
What do you say? You won't find a
Electronically.
6-year-old car at a used car dealership?
It's too old. You find it at an auto mall, like a piece of shit lot where you know probably got 120,000 miles on it. They bought it from an auction. You're not normally gonna find a 2015 unless it's a foreign, super foreign. You're not gonna find a 2015 with low mileage in decent condition, at a regular used car dealership. It's gonna be an auto mall or a piece of, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know
the
difference.
quality of the car. So, but here's what you run into when you do the faceless thing as well. These niggas, I'm telling you, the car business is dirty. So all they care about is rolling the car. You a broker, you like the enemy that you deal with as a broker to a dealership. So it's all about rolling the car, right? So if I hadn't done this, and let's say I got the car delivered, I wouldn't have known that the car had clear fucking problems with it. I got sent pictures of the car and it looked fine. I go there Friday. I look at the car, but it's like drizzling and shit, right? Can't really see. It's gray. Can't really see too much.
My issue is
It
not
looked
that
fine.
you went, right?
It's the
Because
time.
somebody has to lay eyes on the car.
It's the time.
Yes, right?
If you
At a regular dealership, right? Let's say one that you have better rapport
What
with.
did you wait 6 hours for? For them to press up numbers?
for
He
them
don't even know.
for
It
them
wasn't
to,
there.
for them to actually today, it was for them. Friday, they just didn't do nothing, absolutely nothing. Mind you, these people have had the deal, everything they need to make this approval happen for days already. So me going there, it was like, oh, the nigga's here now.
You think they're like
We still don't give a fuck.
you think they're holding out until they could probably sell it themselves and make the money?
You know what it was? That happens as well. Now, the person who brought me the customer knows one of the finance managers there. Because the shit was taking a little while, he stepped outside of himself and called the finance manager. Like, oh, I know this joint. Let me go call her. I'm like, she immediately started a conversation and gassed this nigga up. Like, why would you work with a broker? Why you want to give them your money? You know people in dealerships. The same thing a broker would say about a dealership. You know what I'm saying? I could get that car for you. Da, 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 da. She's seeing the dollar signs in her mind. I've been working this fucking deal for over 2 weeks. So, she wasn't invested in completing the deal because after they had that conversation, she sent him pictures of cars and fucking tried to steal the set, undercut it. But she was the one that I was supposed to be dealing with, and she was acting like I didn't exist. So I keep talking directly to the owner, and the owner, bro,
Keeps passing you off
just-
to who he wants you to deal with.
yeah. So, bro, it's just a nightmare. I can't. Now she's signed. She signed everything. I literally just got to bring them bread. So whatever. But today, I sat there all day. I had my delivery people come because niggas got to make a movie. And they were sitting there for like 2.5 hours. Like, it was just out of pocket. The whole shit is out of pocket. But, you know, that's the funny shit with this broker shit. You're at the whim of the dealership that you're working with, no matter what. So if I sent you a deal,
dealership is saying fuck you.
let's say before I was there physically, I sent you a deal on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You still ain't got back to me. I'm texting you the whole time. What's the update? You're like, oh, working on it, bro. Working on it. Friday, you tell me that car that I sent you the deal on is not available. Am I now gonna take you who, might have started fucking putting something together and send all of that over to another deal, start that shit all over again? Or am I gonna naturally,
because
logically,
I spit on you.
huh?
Yes, because I spit on you.
Naturally, logically, you're already working the deal. Why would I start all over and risk what happened with you with another person?
Oh, so you'd rather? Oh, you already spit on me once. It's okay if you spit on me
The
twice.
deal is in. They done already. Now you have to keep in mind, you're the customer. These people done put your shit through to the bank, and you got X amount of inquiries on your credit already. Now I'm gonna take that, transfer it over to another motherfucker who's gonna put 10 more inquiries
Why don't
on
you
your
tell them
credit.
to come pre-approved?
That's not a thing.
Why not?
They can because in the car in this business, you don't want to. I feel like I shouldn't be saying this, but when people come with their own financing for certain reasons, you don't want that because you miss out on, you leave money on the table that way. If they, because if they
leave money on the table for you as well.
Yeah, you leave money on the table as the broker. They come with their own financing. They got X amount of rate. Like I said, the car business is dirty, right?
So you're saying that if someone
but I
comes
just didn't know it
pre-approved-
could almost also benefit you. I thought it only benefits the dealership that's running it.
You're right.
So,
But if they're working with me,
Who?
why do they want me to chop the? So what happens is
fuck the dealer. They fucking you anyway.
you can say that, but that's how you establish the relationship. They establish they understand. Okay, I got to make this deal with you, and I got to chop the profit this way. And even though it's not the margin that I want, because I got to share this with you, I make a couple reserve points on the interest rate or whatever it is. So your true interest rate might be 6%.
So you're saying that you'll turn somebody away?
No, I'm not turning them away, but we don't want to encourage them to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn them away. You got your own financing and you're hell bent on your own financing, nigga. I'm here to do what you want me to do. But I'm not going to fucking tell a fish on the hook to go get his own financing.
But wouldn't that alleviate the problem you have
with the dealer?
Mm-hmm.
They still have to process everything. At the very least, they come approved with their own financing. I still have to send them that over. They have to process that, and then they have to process the DMV and finalize everything and itemize everything and get the paperwork ready same way. So,
So it just sounds like they're saying fuck y'all relationship because we got cars.
I mean,
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds that way, and it kind of is that way, but you got to also understand, they're also running business in front of them.
Yes.
And your shit is not prioritized because the
Yes,
business
I get
in front
that,
of them.
But don't tell me it's available then.
But that's what I'm saying.
Tell them,
It's-
hey, I'm shopping this car too.
Son, this shit is like obstacles.
Because then they give you the shit that they definitely can't move that nobody wants.
Exactly. So even with this particular car, the shit on the right side passenger door has it's like this big, a fucking dent, right? Like crazy. And I did not see that shit yesterday because it was raining. So they pull, and not only was it raining, I'm wondering why these niggas showing me the car bunched up in between 16 different cars. They pulled some car business shit on me, and the customer wasn't even there. So they pulled the car out of wherever the lot across the street or whatever, and they put it in the middle of like 6 cars, so close I could barely get in the car to see what the interior looked like. So when they pulled it out of cleanup today, and it was still raining, I'm like, I run my finger, like, what?
Did she see that?
She ain't even see the car. Like, so dents, right? So then yesterday, Friday, when I looked at it, the screen in the middle of the gauges, it was fine. I checked the odometer. I pressed some buttons. Today, all of a sudden, that screen don't work in the middle of the gauges. The regular screens work. So it's white. I get in the car, I turn it on, it's just still white. I turn it off, I turn it back on, it's still white. So I had already told them about the dent, because what they would do is they would sign, if it was just her, they're going to sign her up. They know she looked at, if it was her looking at Car Friday, they're going to sign her up, take her money, put a bow on the fucking car, and hand her the keys. Bye. And if she points it out, they're going to go, oh, it's a 2015. What you think? It was going to come brand new? They're going to try to talk their way out of it, right?
I mean, but there's a difference between brand new and a clear dent, right?
Not really, though. They can talk their way out of it. Like, it's a used car.
Yeah, I understand that.
6 years,
But
shit happens.
But you going to charge me this for a dented car?
It's priced cosmetically. There's a fucking talk around for everything. It's priced according to the cosmetics of the car. So
Let's see what this Kelly Blue Book says.
you can't hold me to a Kelly Blue Book price.
You can't hold me to your price.
Says
Everything-
who?
Everything is a negotiation.
Sure. But I'm not letting it go below this. So I
Okay.
guess you take your business elsewhere.
Well, here, take these keys and take this.
But
punk
that's
ass
how
fucking
that's
car.
how it would go at a certain point. So that screen's mess up, dent there. So I seen the dent and I'm like, we're not doing this. You got what are we gonna do about the dent? Because there's a huge dent right here. This little girl been waiting for mad long for her car. She's not about to come here and find that in the car while we delivering the car. She's like, oh, we'll take care of it. We'll do a WEO. I'm like, okay. So then I see the white screen. I'm like, okay, so add to the WEO the screen because the shit was working fine Friday. I don't know what happened. Like, did y'all switch the car? Like, what happened? So, now they gotta and then all the way up to the end where she signed and everything, they handed her copies and everything. Still tried not to give her the WEO. If you walk out of there without whatever, now they're gonna blame that on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, did you give it a WEO? Oh, let me do it right now. Nigga, I'm in the car, but I didn't forget and you didn't forget. Why are you trying to, like, because ultimately once the car rolls, she's not going to go back to them bothering them. She's coming right to me. I'm the one that shopped it. I'm the one that grabbed it. So now he goes and walks across the dealership, grab the WEO, write it up. I make her a copy. All right, thank you. Now, it's inconvenient that she probably got to drive back here to get it all fixed. But at least she knows when we deliver it,
that there's something in place
is
for her
what
to
it
get it
is.
fixed.
So, yeah. It's just dirty all around. You got to learn how to maneuver. You have to eat certain shit, and it's just nothing you can do about it. It's like, buy a dealership then.
Nah.
So,
knowing this shit about the car shit, it's gonna make me want to punch a nigga in the face right on the selling floor.
I'm telling you, bro, the way that they pick up money, the different way, it's just all surrounded by a lot of nonsense. Like, my customers fuck with me because I'm transparent the whole time. Price is price, whatever. But I'm transparent the whole time. I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm trying to, tell you everything that you need to know, and they can feel that. Think about Spanish niggas in the cell phone business.
Hello.
Imagine that in the car business. It's the same shit. They just like, it's real dirty and sneaky.
Like, bro.
So, yeah, man. It is what it is. Facebook topics?
There's still no way I'm sitting in a dealership for fucking 6 hours, my nigga.
Bro,
I've done it.
when you go to buy a car, you might be in there 6 hours.
I've done it.
Regularly.
Arguing with niggas the whole time though.
But-
Literally fighting with niggas.
But
the whole time.
it's
You took that one salesman and wasted he's tight. Wasted his whole day.
Nah, he was selling other cars while I was arguing with him.
Oh.
I was my argument mostly with the finance nigga. I just wasn't sitting in the office arguing with him.
Oh, okay.
He would come to me, fucking numbers on a piece of paper.
Come back way less than what you asked for. Try to pick it
And
up.
he would fucking try to get me to do this fake fucking agreement and write F you on the paper. Give it back to him. Stupid shit. Just, you gotta play with these niggas like they kids. They fucking
I
them
mean,
niggas are annoying.
but they do it to you. So
What?
but
Like,
I'm telling
nigga,
you,
like,
knowing
I'm
this
not-
shit. Like,
Nigga, I held up the whole dealership, nigga.
had I known this shit when I bought the SI, like, I'd have beat this Spanish nigga up on the fucking floor. Right? Like, seeing the sticker price and then calculating my monthly payment. I walked in there with a 740 credit score. My rate shouldn't have been crazy high like that. I think I was paying like 25%. Fucking ridiculous. But I didn't care. I walked in. I'm not leaving here without this car. And all they saw was, yo, we got one,
money. Yeah.
right? And that's cool.
That's the
Yo,
ill.
the
I'm gonna
lesson
tell you.
learned.
Trick is to leave.
Yeah.
Get up and
Stop
walk
giving
out.
out
Them niggas
secrets.
keep giving you. Them niggas keep.
I know that
disrespecting
now.
You. Get up and walk out.
But you to give someone a blanket advice like that, you're gonna have them hurting because they're not gonna get it a lot of the time. If you are in such a fucking ridiculous range, nigga, nobody's writing you a check for real to take a car. So if you came in if you watch YouTube all day,
No.
and your idea is to go 0 down 250 and walk out, nigga, they gonna look at you and walk outside, smoke cigarettes, and talk wild shit about you.
Be realistic though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like if like I told you before, one of the best books that I've ever read, Never Split the Difference.
Yo, I gotta read that. Like
telling you.
3 people brought that shit up on Clubhouse.
Listen, I'm telling you, he was a hostage negotiator for the FBI for 25 years. And I don't think that he's had people die on his watch, hostages die on his watch. He may have, but he breaks down the negotiations to a simple science. And he tells a story about how he walked into a dealership and negotiated a car down. And when he realized how easy it was, he's like, damn, maybe I should have came in lower. But he was playing hardball with this motherfucker. And it's not even, he has this thing, say no without saying no. So this is the best that I can do. Well, how do you expect me to be able to do that? Like, I hear what you're saying, and you know, your offer of coming $2,000 under the sticker price is very generous, but I still can't afford that. All right, give me a second. Let me go talk to my manager.
I'm not doing that at that point.
You're not doing what?
Going to talk to no manager.
If a nigga say he can't afford it.
No, not a chance. I'm already 2,000 under the sticker price. Fuck you. Fuck. Unless there's some clear program that brings it a couple thousand under, that you nigga, we sitting up and talking until you fucking figure out that we're not going nowhere, and that would be dropping your pants technically.
Doesn't matter.
Let me go talk to my manager.
Nigga.
As soon as you said that,
You
I'm
feel
gonna be
that
like, so
way
where
as
you
someone
think
who
you want
All
to
you
be?
niggas do is walk back and forth to finance anyway.
That's not a fact, nigga. If I did that, not with finance neither, it would be the sales manager in the dealership. But if I did that, they're gonna fucking be talking wild shit and whatever. 2,000 under. So I'm at 5.
As the consumer, I don't give a fuck if you're losing out on your commission.
I know
Just
that.
like you don't give a fuck if I'm paying $800 a month
But I'm
on
not.
this
I'm
payment.
not even talking that with you. I'm here at $599. That's 2,000 under supposedly. Where do you want to be, sir?
Yeah, that's generous. I can't do that.
That's cool. Where do you think you're gonna be?
350.
You're smoking.
Okay.
So you're at 350 and I'm at 599. That leaves us $250 apart. $250 divided into 27, which is essentially $1,000 on a lease, is what is it? 250 divided by 25. 10. You want me to take $10,000 off the car?
You like what you like, and I like what I like.
That's cool. But you want me to take $10,000 off a $50,000 vehicle? Listen,
That's
if I had that much profit in the vehicle, I wouldn't be here selling you a car. You understand that, right? I'd be on a beach somewhere drinking Mai Tais in somebody's island.
That's fine.
Why you
Every
sales niggas like
negotiation-
use Mai Tais? It's a thing.
I just pulled that out.
Nah, it's a thing.
Margaritas.
All read the
Every
sales book.
negotiation doesn't have a solution, though.
Nah, Mai Tais, huh?
Every negotiation doesn't have
It's
a
always a
solution.
Mai Tai.
Sometimes the hostage dies.
This is true.
Is it because nobody knows what the fuck a Mai Tai is?
Nigga, I literally never used that before. I've never said Mai Tai.
But that's like a sales thing.
You've heard it before? Like,
Yes.
this nigga been buying cars a couple years. He an expert now.
I'm not an expert. I still got a lot to learn.
I have heard. I've probably heard it before. I've just never used it.
Yeah.
I want to beach somewhere. You want to take $10,000 off a fucking $50,000 Honda Pilot. Well, who the fuck are you? On a lease. So like a lease is half. So you want me to take $10,000 off the lease?
A lease isn't always half.
Essentially, that's a good standpoint. It might. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes they kill the residual, and
Exactly.
you might spend 70% over the course of the lease, and then they still want you to pay fucking 45 to buy it out. But nigga, I'm not going to talk to my manager because I'm $2,000 under, and you want to be at fucking $350. You're smoking dope.
I want what I want.
Every
and you want
customer,
what you want.
every customer comes in and says 0 down, $250. It don't matter what car it is. You know what's comfortable for me? $250, 0 down. I don't want to give you nothing. Oh yeah, it sounds like you're in the target range.
I would do you dirty, but I'm not gonna do that to you. Not here.
It sounds like you're in the target range. We could work something out. Go here. Go drive. Have fun. I'll see you when you get back.
Just call me on the side.
I'll see you when you get back. Now you done drove the shit. You're like,
Listen, you like
$469. $250. But if $250 by that is $250 by 36 months. I done heard 0 down $250 so much I know exactly what it is. It's $9,000. On this $60,000 car, you really walked in here and told me you want to be $250 on it.
Yes.
So you want to spend $9,000 over 3 years on a $60,000 car, and you don't see how. Do me a favor.
That works for me.
When you get back from vacation on Mars, give me a call.
That works for me.
So I got this Honda Civic here,
Nigga,
2009,
just
with
like
110,000 miles on it. I give you payment $250.
Listen, just like y'all niggas is like, no, I'm not coming down on the Telluride. Niggas is still buying it. That works for y'all, right?
But it ain't gonna work for you.
That's my point.
It's not gonna work for you. You're not gonna get it.
And
then you're gonna wind up calling me back. Or
selling it for 10 grand over sticker doesn't work for me.
I understand that. And that's reasonable, right? But
So why is selling for 10 grand under not reasonable?
Because I'm not selling you a Lambo. I'm selling you a fucking $50,000-$60,000 car. So what happens is when you reach the point of exhaustion, because there's plenty of people that are just gonna be, all right, fuck it, all right, thank you for your time, and storm out, right?
I'm not even gonna thank you for your time.
You saying this 0 down $350 shit, you gonna go to dealership 2, 3, 4 and try to get the same car, and then not gonna give it to you, not gonna give it to you, not gonna give it to you. Then you're gonna realize that my number was probably more solid than all of the dealerships that you ran. One or two things is gonna happen. You're gonna call me back, come in for an appointment, and close that deal, or you're gonna buy for a higher price out of sheer embarrassment from somebody else, because you don't want to confront the fact that you got a good deal right here. That's simple. That's how it goes.
Good is relative.
I know. But if
it might be a good deal for y'all dealership, but y'all the ones that coming up.
If it's $350 0 down and the actual price,
y'all are the ones that are coming up.
If it's $350 0 down and the actual price with me losing money is $469, and I got you at $467, and you realize that no dealership is dropping below $470 for your ass, then you're gonna realize that's a good deal. But you might take it for $5 to $10 more at that point because you're embarrassed. That's how that goes. So that's why they don't want you to walk out of the door, because they know now for $10 he's gonna go fucking buy it somewhere else because he wanted to look like an asshole here because I just happened to be the first Honda that you stopped at, and so you think you got something there, then you don't. So it's just like a exhaustion game. What was you showing me? A BMW? No. This nigga just started looking at shopping for cars now. But word, I don't want to talk about the Facebook topics.
Don't?
Nah. Oh yeah, so Clubhouse, all right? I don't be on there like
do.
when I first got on, I was on there like OD, right? During the day, I try to not be on there, right? So I get on at night, and then I run my nightly room, which is the Vibe, at like 11 o'clock. So on my days that I'm not necessarily super busy or sitting in somebody's fucking dealership, then I might open up a room and whatever. So I opened up a chill room because they had Brandon had a Hunger Games, right? And it was the first Hunger Games that he did since he got his account back, because he's been suspended for like almost a month. And it was Hunger Games personal grievances, because there's so many people who are actually influencers and important on the app that have gotten suspended simply because of their views, simply because someone was triggered by something that they said, not because they necessarily disrespected somebody or whatever, but the people will go and they have, you know how like on Fiverr, for instance, on them shits where you can buy followers, it's normally like groups of people, tech niggas, or just groups in India or whatever, that will band together and jump on your account for you. Like, all right, we got this guy, he paid, everybody go follow, or everybody go, pour into this account. It works the same way on Clubhouse to what they do when people get triggered. So people get triggered about something and they'll have 50 niggas go and write the same complaint about somebody. And so Clubhouse will just take you down. And then normally the people that support them will go and start writing emails about you and get you back on.
I mean, the algorithm should be like, though, like, if you've never been in a room with me,
Word.
and I've been on the stage, you shouldn't be able to report me.
And it shouldn't be that difficult to see that trail, since they're motherfucking logging everything that they do anyway.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like Clubhouse is a big ass social experiment. Number one, because
Of course, a fucking social experiment.
white folks,
Social media.
white folks. No, I'm talking about like a fucking case study or something. Like, I guess
You think you being on Facebook ain't a case study?
you're right, but I'm talking about in it's an extension of social media, right? But even more so, they got more depth now because you got direct from the horse's mouth. It's not like a tailored thing. You know what I'm saying? It's direct conversation, right? So what happens is people get triggered in real time. They go and suspend people. But Clubhouse almost purposefully allows people the right to do things that shouldn't necessarily be. For instance, you're in my room on Clubhouse. You don't like something that I said. As long as I'm not a moderator, you can report me for trolling, or you can file a complaint, or you can block me. So you're in the room, and just because you don't like something that I said, you can block me and it'll kick me out the room.
But didn't we talk about this like 2 weeks ago?
Did we?
So.
Whatever. So that's what happened. So I made a room based off of Brandon's, not based off of, but Brandon had a Hunger Games for personal grievances, where everyone who was beefing and everyone who's who in the Black Clubhouse, I guess, was supposed to come in the room and air out their personal grievances. I felt like when I went in the room, there was a bunch of niggas. There's like a whole like feminist, we hate women and women need to fucking succumb to whatever we're talking about because we young niggas and whatever group of kids on there. And I felt like it got too personal. Like they were taking women and just like violating them to death and shit like that. So whatever. I went and created my own room to vibe before Brandon was supposed to create another dark-skinned woman appreciation room. So I went in my room and I put something, whole lot of lame shit, right? And so immediately, because I was in the other room, people start following me like, oh, what is he talking about? You know? So they come in my room. I'm like, niggas just chilling before Brandon makes his other room so I could go in there. So a lot of people start coming in now. So there's like, I don't know, 30, 40 people. I'm sorry, I'm dropping names. A girl who was attacked in the Hunger Games comes in the room and she's just talking. So now her people start coming in, whatever. We're just talking about what happened and whatever. All of a sudden, this guy comes in the room, and he happens to be a part of the alphabet community.
Oh.
So he comes.
My head almost.
So he comes in the room, and he goes, "My name is such and such and such, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak in this space. And I just want to pose a question to the room because I don't understand how black women like black men."
Why are you looking at me like that?
You know the fucking vibes, right?
Was he a Black Alphabet?
Yes.
Okay.
Straight out of Atlanta. Go figure. So, like,
He gonna be waiting for you.
he transplanted to New York from Atlanta. So
He gonna transplant back when he hear that you there for All-Star Weekend.
so the nigga comes in there and says that, right? And I'm like, not this, not now. So what happens is he came in there, said that, set off. Once you start seeing mics going mute, unmute, like they clapping, the girls are like, oh, it's lit. Oh, we love what he's saying. Right, yes.
So what is the mute thing?
It's like clapping. Like
So
he goes, because, you know, and don't get me wrong,
clap.
everybody's like emotions are on high because they were like, what? He's blowing it.
Yes.
There's like,
Hey, yo.
pause. There's like 4 to 6 spinoff rooms that happen from the Hunger Games room.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas was violating in there. Right? It never got like, that was the first Hunger Games that I've seen like that. So, people are already emotionally on high or whatever, so they just go floating through the hallway. So then he starts to expound and he's like, oh, you know, because it's like black women are constantly asking for protection and saying that they don't feel safe. And it's like, when are we as black men going to take the accountability to understand how when they speak about this, we need to support them in what they're saying, and we need to comfort them in what they're saying, rather than invert on ourselves and go, that don't apply to me.
Did you start yelling random marine life at him?
No. No.
A fish?
So
You a clown fish? You live in an anemone.
So now I'm running the room. So you put me in a weird position because normally I would never entertain these conversations.
Just shut the room down.
They
The whole room.
immediately
You shut down the whole room.
Why ain't you
Look.
put that nigga in the stands?
No. I let him rock. You cannot do that. Nigga,
Ejectocito, nigga.
you got to understand. Somebody like him, a part of that community, first of all, nigga, my account's getting banned. Second of all, everyone who's now in the room that is agreeing with what he says, he just put me in a rock and a hard place.
So why
Now
don't
I
you
got
join
to
the
enter.
Parler app?
Now I got to go all bougie Negro and entertain the conversation, right? Because if not, the
I'm
women.
gonna join the Parler app.
Huh?
I'm gonna join the Parler app
What is that? Like a new clubhouse?
for right wingist.
Wow, that should be interesting. We get some good content out of there. Sure. So now he's talking this shit, and now his fucking followers and whatever are now the room got 500 people in it, and nigga just completely took over my room. and is
right. Exactly my
going-
point that I was trying to make before. Remember that? Remember what I was trying to make? Yeah, okay.
and completely just starts this whole conversation. And so I'm like, all right, now I got a cape for the progressive end of the conversation. And
Are you progressive?
That's what happens when you make everybody a speaker to enter.
Are you a progressive?
no. I got a cape for the more progressive part of the conversation as
you-
opposed to the opposite. I'm not classifying myself as a progressive. You doing that politically correct bullshit right
I'm
now.
just asking you a question.
No, I said progressive as in the definition of the word progressive, not progressive as the political point.
Are you progressive?
No, I wouldn't. I don't align with any of this stuff.
My car insurance is from Progressive.
So is mine, and fuck them too because they charge too much money. But anyhow,
Nigga, you live in New York.
Shit.
Shut up.
Them niggas charge me the least. Geico
they
wanted
charge me
7
the
racks.
least at the time.
Geico wanted 7 racks for me to insure the SI.
Them niggas only want to increase. They the only niggas that at the end of your policy they increase your rate.
Yo, Trav, you got a defensive driving hookup?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just how much?
Just pay
Not
it.
how much, but yeah, I need
Might be like $75.
Yeah, I need that ASAP, like
Got you.
tomorrow.
I got you. So, right now we're in this conversation. He's bringing up these points, and then I realize this is exactly what the ABCs do, right? And the women are responding, and so the women get to responding, and this particular girl says, "No, you." So he brings up the idea that we have to recognize where we have privilege over women, and understand how that plays out. Nigga, every man knows the privilege that he has over a
Why
woman.
ain't put Kevin Samuels on the stage to
But now this girl gets up there
or dig
and she
down in your
goes,
deep Kevin Samuels?
nah, bro, the Kevin Samuels shit is redundant at this point. But this girl gets up there and she's like, Trap, you have to understand, okay? I walked past some Spanish people the other day and there was a group of them in the gas station and I just walked past them. I walked past a couple of black men after that and I got so scared. And I'm like, so you telling me about your propaganda woes? I don't know. What are you telling me here? And she's like, I just think that it's crazy that from programming and from what I've experienced, I'm scared of my own men.
So hold on.
But why?
So they didn't even say
So
that
the
to her.
Spanish niggas, no.
So
it
neither
was-
group said anything.
no- Nobody
the same
said
thing
nothing to her.
happened at both groups. Same thing happened. She just felt more scared of black
She immediately got scared when she
people.
seen the
Bitch,
black
you
men
just scared of
standing.
black people. What they got to do with anybody else?
That's what it sound like.
So she goes,
Karen.
you guys, no, she was black.
Karen. They could be Karens too.
Here we go. She goes, you guys have to understand that you benefit from patriarchy. So I said, all right.
Yeah, because a bunch of black men and white men sitting around talking about how we gonna.
Dominate these.
Yeah.
So I
So
said,
the
all
Spanish
right.
niggas don't benefit from patriarchy. So why weren't you scared of them? No, bitch, you stupid.
Exactly.
Like that's
So-
mad crazy.
My nigga, this
So I
is the
can't be on
type of
Clubhouse.
shit.
I'll be
And
banned in
to
2
be
seconds.
honest, I would have never, this particular person that was saying this goes in my rooms all the time. I've never heard, I know that she's a highly educated, she's like on her 3rd doctorates right now,
But education and smarts is 2 different things, though.
but a highly educated black woman,
So you mean you know too much for your own good?
You mean a bitch that writes a bunch of essays all day?
I don't want to get the show canceled before it blows up. However,
I'm just asking questions.
a highly
I don't know her.
a highly educated black woman comes with
What do you mean highly educated? She just writes 80-page fucking essays all day.
right. So
Who gives a fuck?
this nigga's like my fucking. You know how Obama got a translator in Dave Chappelle or Penn?
That was
what's
Key
these
and
niggas?
Peele.
Key and Peele. Yeah. A highly educated black woman is gonna hold political views that push those type of narratives.
Yes, but
Because she's highly educated.
the-
We're not saying
the
that you
groups
guys are
did the
wrong for being
same
highly educated.
exact thing. How are you scared of these black men that said nothing. Like, what do you want them to do?
She mentioned
Kiss the ground
programming.
you walk on.
She mentioned programming.
So
But
that
that
has
has nothing to do with
right,
us.
that has to
Right.
do with you, not us.
Right, right. So I
And
said,
how you view the programming, and you put that shit on a pedestal, opposed to your actual experiences with people. You doofus.
she says that she had actual experiences to make it. She didn't state those. I said, listen, we have to. It's okay to have these conversations. They're conversations that need to be had. Fine. But it begins to become irresponsible when you assign black men to something that they definitely don't benefit from. Right? So, before we continue, I would like for you to provide me functional working examples of how black men are part of the patriarchy and benefit from it. Give me one. So she starts talking about how men are stronger than women.
That has nothing to do with patriarchy.
So she starts talking about how men get paid more than women. She starts talking about how
Black men,
period. So now, exactly, what happens is once we start having those conversations, black men are not set apart from white men in these conversations from their perspective.
Exactly.
So, that whole conversation. So I'm like, okay. So I just said this to have you understand that you're providing a lot of examples of quote unquote male privilege, right? But you're not providing examples of how we apply to patriarchy. So cultural doesn't have anything to do with that, with patriarchy. It's structural and political. Cultural and societal has nothing to do with it. So once you go into that, you lost the point. So you can see, then she says she's a womanist. We'll get there. But she's like, I'm educated and all that, but I don't subscribe to the narrative of feminism at all. I would consider myself a womanist. So what does that mean? And I wanted to blurt out, womanist is just the black woman's way of saying she's a feminist without the harshness
Well,
of...
I don't even know what womanist means.
I don't know neither, but I know what they mean when they say it.
Okay.
So, like, I didn't even go down that rabbit hole. I didn't want to let her hold the mic for 20 more minutes. So, if we're talking political and structural,
Man, if you want me to come in there and control the mics, man, I can do that for you.
moderate, cut them off. But yeah, so she goes on to say that, okay. Then Leslie got up there. She's like, she basically said what I said, the structural versus cultural, right?
Before you go into that, thoughtcode.com says a womanist is a black feminist or feminist of color who opposes sexism in the black community and racism throughout the feminist community.
I mean, I never once have I bothered to look into that, but there are slews of black women who have either feminist or womanist in their bios on social media, right?
They say it's a form of feminism focused especially on the experiences, conditions, and concerns of women of color, especially black women.
Okay. So he just read that from wherever, but there is no
You like masculinist? Masculinist?
Manist.
I'm a meninist.
Melanist?
Meninist.
Melanist.
Melanist. Womanist. Manist.
Melanistic. Melanistic. Melaninist.
I'm a melaninist.
Melaninist.
That we could coin that. That could be like black.
You got to
people.
spell it like male.
Oh,
Melaninist.
I thought you were
Yeah.
saying melaninist.
No, because them bitches ain't riding with us.
So, eventually I was able to have her and a bunch of them understand that patriarchy doesn't apply. They're like, all right, maybe it is. Maybe patriarchy isn't the word that we're looking for.
It's because they get all the information from white people.
Right.
Fighting the feminist fight and then just switching it to womenist when they say it.
Mm-hmm.
and making it seem like it's our problem.
Yeah, like
Right.
there's no
problem.
I said
like patriarchy for black people, for black men.
Here's what I said. I said you have to understand. Okay, male privilege exists.
And
we know that.
Black person that you're gonna put in that conversation, if you want to single out black people, they're only following the white patriarchal.
Because that's the only patriarchy.
Exactly.
Check me out. I said you have to understand where black men potentially could have benefited from patriarchy. There are statutes, laws, and legal things in place to cut their legs off before they ever get a benefit, i.e., child support, i.e., women's clear fucking upper hand on us in child situations in the legal system, i.e., the harsh sentencing, i.e., a black man, because they start bringing up rape, they start bringing up all types of, it just goes left very fast. So I said, patriarchy is the reason why if Dante goes and rapes somebody, he's gonna get fucking life. And if Harvey Weinstein rapes 30 children, he gets a slap on the wrist at best. Show me an example of a black man who got done so. Because last I checked, Bill Cosby is in jail. We still don't know that nigga did anything. R. Kelly, all right.
Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna touch that one.
But you know what I'm saying? Show me where. And so they started to kind of get me. But I was just like, Clubhouse is definitively a microcosm of what goes on in society, right? So my thing is, I'm like, the alphabet boy came in here doing exactly what the alphabet boys do, and y'all ate it the fuck right up. So you have to understand that when y'all are out here talking about the lack of protection, right? And speaking, weaponizing yourselves against the people that you want them to protect, that you want protection from. Mm-hmm. How can you expect that to go over well? Ever. Because men, listen, the second you weaponize yourself against us, we like, fuck you. You can get these hands too. So
what do those black men get from alienating us black men?
I think it's one of, on the surface, is one of two things. Either they are joining in the feminism battle with the black women because they think they women,
okay,
or they want to isolate the real competition. That's all. What else could it be?
Isolate the real competition.
Women.
Okay.
Those are the only two logical things that I could come up with.
Ew.
Think about it. You follow?
Ew.
But because why the fuck else would you and I brought it up in my vibe room later, and multiple people that weren't even in the original room were like, is that such and such? And I was like, yeah, how'd you know? Because that's all that nigga goes around doing on Clubhouse.
So he's a fucking black man antagonist?
He comes right in the room and triggers the women and takes over the room. And then he leaves. Once the shit is, he bounces.
Steps down, backs out.
I heard that nigga after the shit done got hot and heavy. He was like, now what the hell did I just start? And left. This nigga.
That's his tagline.
Monique was having, that was why I was asking you about the Ma Rainey thing, because Monique was.
Speaking of Ma Rainey, Chadwick Boseman wins Best Actor in a Drama.
Right.
At the Golden Globes.
Of course.
For his role in Ma Rainey.
I mean, he should have. That was a good. We watched that here.
Jamie Foxx won winner.
Nigga, I said I remember
Best
watching
animated
the
movie with Soul.
That shit was the movie was cool, right? But it also had me like, damn, they can't even keep the black people alive in the fucking animated movies? Because the character that he plays is only alive for like 5 scenes. And then he dies. And then he's a spirit for the whole movie. And then they give him a second shot in the last scene of the movie.
John Boyega wins Best Performance by Actor in a Television Supporting Role. I don't know what show that was for. Amazon TV series Small Axe. And Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor for his role in Judas and the Black Messiah.
Wait, who won?
What?
Who won the Judas and the Black Messiah?
Daniel Kaluuya,
Oh,
the guy
okay.
who played.
He's
Fred
the
Hampton.
supporting role?
Yeah, it's really
about the
snitch.
Lakeith Stanfield's character?
Yeah, it's really about him.
The Knicks won.
Next win,
Nice.
baby.
109 to 90.
We're
They
above
over
500.
500.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. Oh yeah, so Monique was having a conversation because now that it's kind of like a, I don't want to say that.
No,
I
say
be having to watch political correctness in this motherfucker. I was about to parallel some wild shit. I really don't want to say it. So Monique, now
can say
that
it.
you remember when Monique was back there
Alex
talking.
can bleep it out.
Nah. So
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. I'm going to install the bleep button right now. I'm going to upload it.
Monique was having a conversation on Clubhouse about now that Taraji came out and said what she said early in the week, where she said that Tyler Perry was the first person to pay her $500,000 for a role, where she's never made over 100 in her whole career. It brought light to the Monique situation, where if you remember a couple years ago, niggas was violating Monique because she wouldn't accept. She went on a rampage about
With Netflix.
yes,
Because Netflix offered her $500,000 for a special.
right, and so
Which I don't think is the worst thing, but
Name a Monique joke.
not only that, but
now y'all niggas being toxic.
I'm saying, when's the last time she sold out an arena or anything like that?
even
Right.
if I knew every joke, there's obviously wasn't enough evidence to pay her.
Exactly. Like,
More
I'm going to pay you $500,000 and not even net.
She hasn't made that. Nobody's offered her anything of that, or she hasn't done it special yet since. So nobody either offered her that or what she thinks she's worth. So if she would have took that, did numbers, she would have came
Then
back
you come
and
back.
been able to charge it to the fucking game.
Word. Then run it up.
Yeah, I understand. You're sitting there. You have a fucking
Okay.
a Grammy. What is that shit she got? An Oscar
Yeah.
for her role
in
and all
Precious.
that.
All
right.
fine.
But
But what's that have to do with comedy, though?
because
you're
she's
doing a comedy
watching
special.
Chappelle gets 60. Kevin Hart gets 60.
But
fucking
but I'm watching that too.
and
I'm not saying that you got to pay Monique 60. I'm not even saying you got to pay Monique 30 or 20. But Dave Chappelle shouldn't get 120 times more than what you offer her.
why not?
When Dave Chappelle came back for these specials, he had a show that was successful 10 years ago.
Yeah, and he also went on a tour. He
went on
7
tour before
nights
he got this
in
special.
fucking Radio City, sold out every night.
Right? So
He was doing this all,
he
but this is
brought
all across the
something to
country.
the table.
All across the country.
He
had
brought
a-
something to the
A
table.
proven platform, nigga. People want to see me.
120 times more?
Nigga.
120.
When's the
Hold
last
up.
time she did a
Before
show?
y'all,
My point.
Has she been on a tour? Has she sold out all across the country? Has she done that? No. So how would you?
She has a name that's bigger than 500,000, my guy. For an entire special, she has a name
For
that's
1
bigger
hour.
than that.
1 hour. How much you make an hour?
Yo.
That's not valid.
This is
That's not valid.
Okay,
If
Dave
you can
Chappelle
make
made-
$500,000 an
okay.
hour,
Now-
how long
made-
would you work?
okay. Let's take someone. Who would you put? Because now y'all making me look bad. Who would you?
all
Who
I'm
would you?
saying-
Who would you put in place of Monique? That's male. If y'all niggas take longer than a minute, you're just toxic niggas.
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
Replace
Who is
Monique with a
Monique male
$500,000 nigga.
Like Donnell Rawlins or something. I don't know.
Donnell Rollins is way
in terms-
funnier than Monique.
In terms of
number one.
comedy, I'm saying if I had 500 grand, if Monique
You
said
would
nah,
you would try
I'd
to pay
offer my-
Donnell. You think Donnell Rollins got paid 500 for something?
I've not seen a Donnell Rollins special.
It's on. There's one. There's two on Netflix.
All
I
right,
think.
how much you think he got paid?
Keep it real. Keep it real.
How much you think he got paid? If you had 500K, Monique said no. Who you taking your 500 to?
Off that Chappelle cosign.
Who are you? No. Who are you taking your 500K? Monique, you offer Monique 500.
I'm
She
giving it to
says,
Donnell.
Okay then. So we accurate then. And then someone else you offer your 500 to.
No. I want to know who's worth 500, not who you would give 500 to. Who's worth five?
Is
who-
Donnell not worth 500? You think you throw him a layup by giving him 500 for it? So that means he's worth the 500. He's worth what you're willing to pay him.
I would give him more though. For a Netflix special.
For 1 hour, you would give Donnell more than that. Have you heard anybody even talk about Donnell Rollins' thing?
Outside of Chappelle's show.
Have you ever even got
would you say
recommended,
Donnell-
yo, listen to this?
Would you say Donnell's the same as the nigga from 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Who's Steve Carell?
No, the black guy.
Would I say he's the same?
What the fuck is his name? Tijuana. something.
Yeah, that's his name. No, I think that's
It's
his
not
fucking-
Tijuana.
That's a
His
character,
joke-
but
his
y'all
character
niggas
name,
know who the
yeah,
fuck he is
I know what
though.
you're talking about.
The black dude. Like, why
Yeah.
you always telling me I'm fucking goat?
Yeah.
Would you put him in the same category?
No, he has less accolades.
He has less accolades than Donnell Rollins.
Of course. His biggest movie is 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think he was in another movie that I'm not. Wasn't he in like Dirty Rock or some shit?
No, he's on a TV show that's on now.
Well, he was in
It's
30
his
Rock or
TV
something like
show.
that too, though, right?
It's not his TV.
I'm pretty
show.
sure it's his TV show.
No.
I seen the nigga on interviews.
He has his own shit with the Tijuana Jones or whatever the fuck his name is. But there's a TV show called A Million Little Things that he's on.
But what wasn't he on the comedy? Wasn't he on like 30 Rock?
I didn't
or
watch
what
that.
was this?
But that was Tracy
Parks and
Morgan
Rec or
shit.
something like that.
I don't think he was in Parks and Rec.
So
I don't remember. any
y'all
black
niggas
people
really
in
think
Parks
that's
and Rec.
valid? Pay Monique $500K.
Until you show.
I got
proof.
more respect for Monique than
I
that.
hear what
Until you
you
show him proof. Her show didn't do that well. Her show got canceled. She had a talk show.
She also had a whole fuck. How long did the show with the little her run?
Who?
The Monique,
Just talking
The-
about the
the-
Monique show.
the comedy show.
The what? Oh, you talking about
The Parkers.
The Parkers.
The fucking Parkers.
That was in the 90s, my dude.
My dog. She ain't from that show alone. What? She's worth
So-
$500K for one Netflix special.
So
So would you give Jordan a max contract if he wanted to play in the NBA now because he's 6-0 in the finals? Yes
We're
or
not
no?
going to do that. We're not.
Why?
No. We're not going to do that with
It's a
comedy.
similar thing.
No, we're not
Yes,
going to do
it
that.
is. When is the last time that she had something successful currently?
would you give Wayne?
Let's say it was the
how much
Monique
would-
show.
Let me ask him. How would you
It
pay
got
Wayne
canceled.
Brady right now for a stand up? He had a
A couple
successful
mil.
show in the 90s.
Couple mil.
He had a
No. He was
Talk
on.
show
He was
that
on. Whose line is it anyway? He was on.
Nigga, he had a
he
daytime
had a
TV show.
successful talk show in the 90s. He has talk show that has ended. I don't know if it got canceled or whatever. Ended.
The
He
Wayne
hasn't
Brady
really
show.
had anything for a while now. How much are you paying him?
Couple mil.
Still,
Yeah.
he does have a big white following.
Couple mil.
Okay.
I know that. I know that's hitting. The same way I know Monique is hitting in the black community. Even if just for it don't. It's not even about funny. You're not understanding that. It's
What
not
is it
even
about?
about funny.
What
She
what
is-
it about? It's about turnout.
No.
No.
What do you mean no?
She is yeah, it is about turnout. She is legendary in the black community.
How are you going to add to my subscription-based service?
All the black people are gonna watch her show. Every black person. You're not missing a Monique. If Monique came out with a special right now, you're watching it.
No, I'm not. Unless somebody said, "Yo, the Monique is funny," I'm not going to watch it. I'm not gonna go do the R&D on Monique, my nigga.
You neither.
I might. I just watch.
You scroll past. You
Netflix.
scroll past a Monique special on Netflix. You skipping it? 2021 stamp.
I didn't think that she was that funny. Like the Parkers.
I'm not doing the R&D on that. I'm not gonna waste an hour to figure out if she's funny or not. If
What's
someone
R&D?
tells me research and development, I'm not.
I might, like I said, I might watch it because I just watch shit on Netflix. But to be,
I don't just watch shit, but if I
to go
knew,
and search for it,
But not
No.
only,
I don't watch a
but not
fucking thing on
only
Netflix.
Are you going to watch it? How are you going to add to my subscription-based service?
so you feel like, oh, they're not gonna.
that's
get
what
any
it's for
new-
Netflix.
They're not. All right, yeah. They're not getting any new. You don't feel like they would get any new subscribers off of Monique,
Did we get some?
nigga.
Not $60 million.
I really want to break this down because I'm gonna put your ass against the wall.
Come on, let's go.
Monique is going to come out with a Netflix special.
Right.
All the black people are going to watch it that have Netflix. A large population.
You
Every
show me-
black baby boomer
show
on the
me.
Hold on.
Show me the data that says
Hold
that.
on.
Show me.
Every black woman 35 and up is going to watch the show. Undeniably. Subsequently, what's going to happen? What are the black women then going to go and do? They're
This
either,
is your story, nigga. You tell me.
you tell me because you know.
I don't know.
What do black women do when they watch stuff?
Tweet.
That they go on social media. Subsequently, they're gonna go on social media and say, Monique's shit was whack. Monique's show was good. Monique's show was popping. Whatever it is, you're telling me that's
So
not
you
gonna.
think Monique is gonna put out a?
You don't think that's gonna
you
drive
think
people to
Monique's gonna
Netflix?
put out a 1 hour special and trend the next day on Twitter?
Maybe not the next day, but that week you're gonna see all your black women friends talking about the show. They
I don't
watch
think
TV religiously.
I don't think so.
That's interesting. I still don't think that it's enough of a case to say that Dave Chappelle or don't get me wrong, Kevin Hart is relevant now. Dave Chappelle was relevant because of his previous success. And I
He
guess
was relevant because
I
of
guess
previous
the tour.
success, and he came back.
before
Swinging.
he got the Netflix special,
He was touring for like 6 months.
right, and sold
Maybe even
out
longer than that.
all of his venues. So that gave him leverage when he came to the table.
Do you think that Dave Chappelle needed leverage for a Netflix special? They
Yes,
handpicked him
because you haven't done shit
Nigga,
lately.
the story
What have you
on
done
him
for
was
me
he
lately?
left smoking crack in Africa.
Right.
You think somebody's gonna give you $60 million after niggas have told you left $60 million on the table, left and went smoke crack, nigga?
Yes or no? Yeah. Before you go and explain and ask any questions, yes or no?
No, you're right.
I just came off a 6
He's
month
still Dave Chappelle.
African crack
It don't
binge,
matter.
and
He's
I'm
still
gonna
Dave
give you
Chappelle.
$60 million.
The nigga came, did his shows, sold them all out, rocked the crowds, brought that to the table. This is what I've done lately.
Oh, and I
Oh,
already shot
word?
the hour. This is the hour. I already sold out everywhere. Give me $60 million for it, nigga.
Divide that by 120 and tell me Monique is really worth that. That's the most that she's worth.
You have to.
Nobody
come
said the most, but she
with
did not bring leverage to
a-
the table.
Nigga, if you talk about Auntie Monique, you better be talking to Miller better.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop fucking playing.
Shut the fuck up.
You fucking playing right
Shut
now.
up.
500 fucking thousand.
How much did she get paid for Precious?
I don't know and I
Let's
don't care.
Google it. It's relevant.
Are you y'all are getting more and more toxic. You know why? Because you tried to use what other crackers went and you see? You got me getting
We're talking about other crackers.
The
So
comic and Precious Oscar winner Monique Hicks says the $500,000 she was first offered by Netflix in a 2017 for a stand-up special.
that was in 2017.
Yeah.
I feel like that was so long ago. Either way,
Let's see.
So we're gonna go off of what other white people paid her, knowing that we just discussed this whole
because
patriarchy
there's
thing.
Other white people trying to pay her.
You don't
Tyler
think,
Perry might have gave her $3 million.
you don't think that's apples to apples?
Tyler Perry might have looked out, and gave her. You know what I mean? Huh? You want the 3 here?
So are you saying that that's what she's worth based on what what is the argument you're trying to leverage here with this? Even though it's relevant, right, to the conversation, but what are you subscribing to when you say that?
Because you
Yes,
did a
what have you
3-hour
done
movie
lately?
that took you 8 months to shoot, and you got paid $3 million or whatever it was.
Was that what she got?
It keeps bringing up this Netflix shit.
Right. So you did a 3-hour movie that took 8 months to shoot. I'm asking you for our special, which would maybe take you a year to maybe not that long. A couple weeks. No, a couple weeks to fucking run your material, hit all these little comedy spots, run up your content, do a little tour, shoot the fucking hour, and you make $500K.
Don't get me wrong.
May take you 5 6
For a
months,
broke
4 to
nigga?
5 months.
For a broke nigga, 500K is cool, right? But I just think that shit's disrespectful.
Hold on. It says, in an interview with Variety for this week's cover story, the Oscar-winning star of Precious revealed that she received only $50,000.
For Precious?
That's what it says right here. So
Point proven, baby.
So I gave you 10 times more than what you made
For you to
for
do
Precious.
it in half the time.
So
For
that
half the time.
So if you're looking at what you were offered previously, is that an insult that I'm paying you more than what you made the last time? Because you're comparing.
so you're
this
basically
to somebody
saying
else.
by this you're saying that she cut her legs off
Yes.
by accepting the shit for
Yes.
Precious. Okay, fine.
And
I
I'm not
still-
even gonna say she cut her legs off, but you take the 500.
But think about this, right? Let's say the three of us go out for a job, right? And when you come in, you're okay with making $80,000 a year because it's a step up from what you're making now, right? Right. You come in and you negotiate $100,000 a year, right? You feel like you the man. Can you be mad at me if I negotiated $200,000 a year?
No.
Right? You negotiated that. In this instance here, they already came up higher with what your last work was paid you.
The shit that got you the Oscar. Okay.
I came in 10 times higher than that. Now you can't come, right? He can't come and look at me and be like, "Oh, well, he makes 200,000."
Monique also was not playing a role in her industry.
Understood. But I'm still coming in higher than what you made for your last work. And not just a little higher. I didn't double what you made because I'm sure Netflix got $100,000 that they can just throw at you. Here, we don't even care if anyone watches this shit. Here's $100,000 to get out my fucking face. We paid you 10 times. We offered you 10 times more than what you said you made for your last work.
Okay. from this standpoint, cool. Monique was having a conversation
With
just publicly about in Clubhouse about that, right? And she's like, "See, this is what I'm telling y'all. This shit is going on industry wide with black women. They be violating, and nobody got but the Clubhouse room.
But are people coming out for them?
What do you mean?
Are people showing up for black women?
Well, she says that she's had personal people
as content creators. Are people coming out to see them? As consumers, are people coming out to see what they're doing? Are people checking for them on the comedy tip or whatever it is that she's talking about?
No, she was saying that people didn't support her in her plight back then.
Mm-hmm.
And so Taraji P. Henson comes out and says that she hasn't been paid more than $100,000 for any of her roles. And so the Clubhouse room was, does Black America owe Monique an apology, right? Because they were berating her, right? And whatever. In the same way some of y'all's talking points was just now. And so I just wrapping back around, the Alphabet Boy that started that thing, he was running that room coincidentally.
Mm-hmm. And she was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not saying that it was okay to pay her $500,000, right?
I am.
You just said that.
Hear what I'm saying. You just made you played a role that won you an Oscar. And you
in
said
hindsight,
you made
I think she would have took that $500, bro.
Don't get me wrong. She
hindsight,
probably needed to take the $500.
Even if she doesn't need it, even if she's doing great financially, fine. But in hindsight, do you think she should have just taken the $500? Now that she's not doing anything, everybody looks at her like she's a difficult bitch to do it.
Yeah.
Because not only did you not take the $500, you made us think about it. You could have just shopped it around, see who else would have offered you that. Netflix at the time was buying up every fucking hour special from everybody. Maybe somebody else wanted to get on the hour special. Maybe somebody else wanted to beat them to a punch to, a big shot. Maybe somebody would have beat her. Maybe somebody would have doubled it for her. Maybe somebody would have fucking let her keep her rights to it or whatever the fucking case may be.
She did go off a little bit emotionally, and that caused her some consequences.
So she should have.
But
in
now
my opinion,
that we have
took the $500, either shopped it around or whatever, came back around and said, all right, Netflix, I'll do it for the $500. Even though Netflix isn't going to give you any numbers, but when the next time they come with the $500, you say no, and they feel like they need you because you did numbers and you added to the subscription base, they're going to pay you.
Now that we know that this is evident, I think that we need to do more to get behind this type of shit. Period.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like fucking when they go and speak out about this shit, fucking go at the people that are violating like this. There's no way.
But I don't have a problem with it. So that's not a fight. I'm willing to fight for her.
So I have another question. So I'm looking at this because Tiffany Haddish has something on Netflix where Tiffany Haddish presents, and it's called They Ready or some shit like that. She made $800,000 for that.
And Tiffany Haddish was popping at the time. Popping. She was in 6 movies that year. She was popping. Her thing was that they paid the white girl a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
$15 million, something like that.
Yeah.
You're not white, bitch.
I'm going to fuck home, man.
That's not where I was going.
That's the name of the episode, by the way. I can't with this nigga.
Whatever, man. I don't even understand.
Listen, man.
That is the name of the episode.
I do have one ending question. Why are we worried about these rich people's pockets?
I'm just saying.
It wrapped in the conversation of protecting black women, though. So
No, I get that part, right? Like protecting black women, right? I get that.
Bro,
But
every
those are
time
rich
we can't.
people problems. How many times you was offered $500,000, my nigga? Because
I've been offered. I've been offered
down,
to.
my nigga.
I've been offered. I turned it down. I've been offered to be made a millionaire, pending cutting my dreads for a white man. I told him no, and I cut him later.
And now
Am I salty?
And now you don't got $1 million.
Am I salty? No,
You didn't want to cut them solely because he wanted you to cut them.
precisely.
I mean, people want to do things on their own terms.
Yes,
I
I'm
not-
understand that more than anybody.
I'm not starting a business interaction with you telling me to alter some part of myself because that's gonna start a trend. Fuck you, and you a pink nigga.
I hear you, but now look at us.
I don't care. Good night, America.
Listen, before we go,
Oh yeah, you have a question.
nigga, if they tell me, yo, chop that shit off, I'll make you a millionaire.
After 7 years of dreads,
Wavy Alex is coming back.
I'm not doing that off a promise. I told him if he handed it to me in a suitcase, maybe half. We could, baby. But you're not gonna tell me you're gonna make. You know how these niggas get down, right? You gonna trust a
do.
nigga off rip like that? A fucking millionaire businessman? Fuck you.
I know how
I'd
to
rather-
get down, but do you believe that they do have the power to put you in that position?
Correct.
Now look at us.
It doesn't matter.
So
basically,
So you're in the same
you the
Monique
light skinned nigga that was really, really in the house.
so you in the same Monique boat is what you're saying.
I guess so.
And you see where Monique is at in Clubhouse with y'all.
Yo, I'm
She should be at some random island drinking Mai Tais.
Right?
Listen, it's black women. We really do support y'all.
We do.
Oh.
Regardless of
Regardless of
how I come off.
how retarded
I'm just saying, bro.
your lingo can be and how circular your conversations can get. But
Shout out to the women that think that we're part of the patriarchy.
you womanish joints, you heard it here first. Eat a D.